Hi, I'm Tara Lynn of Geek Saga Entertainment, and welcome to the 9th annual Drinkin' Con show, a pre-Dragon Con webcast where we discuss news, updates, cosplay, parties, and more, and have quite a few drinks in the process. Today, I am joined by my usual podcast partner, Manny, a regular Drinkin' Con co-host, Ashley, and a new guest but longtime watcher, Daniel. So go ahead and introduce yourselves. We'll just go the way I just brought you in, Manny, Ashley, and then Daniel. Share any social media info you might have if you want to. Give just like a very brief synopsis of your Dragon Con history, like about when you started going and, you know, whatever you want to say about that. And do not forget to tell us what you're drinking.
Yeah, so hi, I'm Manny. Some of you guys already know me because we do lots of other podcasts also, but I've been going to Dragon Con since 2012 with, except for the pandemic time and stuff like that. There was a little absence there. I got into it just because I used to go to other conventions, but they were mostly comic conventions in Florida before it was like a big deal. So when I went to Dragon Con, it was a crazy experience and exactly everything that I wanted out of life at that point. So you can find me on social media at Manissimo Art on Instagram and Facebook. And I am drinking a very classy drink tonight. Yes, there it is.
The usual
got from my friends at the Harbins Road gas station Chevron over there, as every year that I do. So, but that's pretty much it.
All right. Ashley, go ahead.
I'm Ashley. I've been going to Dragon Con since I think 2013, a year after Tara started. So I think I've been going for, I think this might be like my 13th year or something like that, if I'm mathing right. Because also the pandemic, I missed 2 years. Well, it was closed 1 year and then I missed the next one. I am on a podcast of Ice and Fire, but because there's not much coming out from George, we have been on hiatus for like at least a year now. Other than that, I'm not really much on social media. And I am drinking a Blue Hawaiian. Or at least I tried to make one.
All right, Daniel, what about you?
My name's Daniel. This is my 10th Dragon Con. And I am including the pandemic year because I watched a lot of stuff on Discord while I was supposed to be at work. And really, yes, this is my 10th year. I've lived in Atlanta forever. I feel a little stupid for waiting so long to actually finally start going to Dragon Con. I'm the admin of the Dragon Con Cocktail and Mixologist group. It's really the only social media stuff that I do. And I am drinking a Mai Tai in the Drunken Dragon Mai Tai Fighter glass.
Nice.
And so, cheers.
All right. Well, as I already mentioned, I'm Tara. You can find me on Facebook, Instagram, and Blue Sky, TikTok, and Threads at A Geek Saga, and on the web at geeksaga.com. I've been attending Dragon Con since 2012. I was press from 2013 to I think 2017, and then I've been an attending pro since 2018. Drink-wise, I'm taking it back to some earlier Drinkin' Con years and having some wine, chilled white this time. I feel like the last few times I drank wine on this, it was red, but it's way too hot for that right now. So, and then I do have some beer, my favorite Daycation beer, which is, I'm in South Carolina right now. Daycation is a North Carolina beer, but I love it. It's like I was never able to find it when I was living in California, so I'm excited to have that again. So I've got that waiting in the wings just in case. Real quick, don't forget that Geek Saga Entertainment now has a Patreon. We have 10 tiers ranging from $1 a month to $40 a month. It offers tons of ways to support us and receive some great perks in return, including early access to all of my Dragon Con panel recordings, which I generally release throughout the fall season after getting settled back in at home post-con. So check that out at patreon.com/geeksaga_entertainment. Okay. First things first, drinking game. we shall drink, and anybody watching should also too, if you're willing and able, whenever any of the following happens or is mentioned. Legacy hotel rooms are mentioned. The Dragon Con app is mentioned, but we're going to kind of do for the app, we're going to do like a first thing, because we have a whole section on the app. We're not going to drink every time someone says Dragon Con app. Okay. Drink the first time any of the cults are mentioned. That includes Carpet, Trashy, FedEx, John. I don't know if 36 dozen eggs is still a thing. We've got a couple of new ones I'm going to mention. So anytime a new cult or old cult is mentioned for the first time, we'll drink. Only the first time a specific party is mentioned, Bunny Hutch, Heroes and Villains, etc. This is going to be a difficult one tonight. We did really well with it last year, but whenever there is an animal-related interruption, now Daniel has a cat on his lap right now. That is not an animal-related interruption for the whole webcast. Now, if the cat gets up and leaves and comes back again, at least one of those is an animal-related interruption. If you hear Ashley's cat meowing through the door because it's storming there, and he is a little bit scared, that could possibly be an animal-related interruption. Poor thing. Okay, so we will drink when I mention being an attending pro or how moving cross-country fucked up everything about my Dragon Con planning for this year. Ashley, what are we drinking for you? Oh, you're muted. You're still muted. Okay, there you go.
Sorry.
It's okay. I know it's like loud there because of the storming. You're trying to keep it quiet.
Okay.
Already though.
Anytime I mention Final Fantasy, because it's kind of my big fandom at the moment for the past few years, and K-pop Demon Hunters, because I think that's going to come up a lot, and I think that would be funny.
Yeah.
All right, Daniel, what about you? What are we drinking for you?
Anytime I mention anything Dragon Con cocktail related, whether it's about my group or hotel or tips and tricks, or if I mention or show off any of the various ribbons that I'm going to be bringing to con to pass that around.
All right, last but not least, Manny.
The lack of spatial awareness, which we experienced a lot last year for some reason, and anytime I'm going to mention angrily about the photographer guys who wear the light apparatuses around them like a huge backpack that just come out everywhere, and they love to take pictures and stop all of traffic, and then they get mad when the people start walking around them because it's like, look, pal, there's 1,000 people behind me, like, so you need to just get out the way, like. So yeah, anytime I mention any of those, which I'm sure I will multiple times.
All right, so we'll just get started with some Dragon Con news, tips, and tricks. 2025 registration, as always, it is at the hotel formerly known as the Sheraton, aka the Cortland Grand. Dragon Con is still trying to make the Cortland Grand happen. Like, it's not happening. I don't know anybody who voluntarily calls it the Cortland Grand.
No.
Daniel, oh no, you have your hand raised. Do you voluntarily?
I do, because it's on Cortland and it's a big street in Atlanta, so it wasn't that big of a deal for me.
I get it.
Yeah. And I'm a rules follower, so.
Attendance is still capped for this year, by the way, and that even includes for full weekend passes. It's actually the same cap as last year. I don't know what the actual number was. The wiki says there were like 72,000 people there. I feel like I don't know how accurate the wiki is, though, because in the years where there were definitely like way fucking there have been years like 2018, 2019 where the wiki was definitely like 10,000 people off at least from actual attendance. But yeah, I don't know what the cap is, but nothing can be worse than those 2018, 2019 levels, and last year wasn't super bad. So A+ to that, I guess.
Yeah, I would think that is probably 75. Like, I think that's the more realistic number.
Yeah, I think so too. So, all right. Day passes, those are available again, but they're also limited. They went on sale August 1st, and people were reporting that Saturday badges were sold out like that same day. But apparently it was, at least at that time, a website error where there was like a sold out graphic, but you could still buy them. To be honest, I'm not sure whether or not that's still the case. I forgot to double check today. But yeah, get them while they're hot if you still can, if you want a day pass. And then, and also it's still through Growtix. So I'm not going to go over all the Growtix things. I feel like if you've been attending the past couple of years, but just make sure that you have like a printout or the email from Growtix like readily available when you go to registration, just in case. That's all I'm going to say. One thing I noted when I was skimming through the program guide that they released a couple of weeks ago was that they're finally giving disability services their own badge pickup and accommodation interview area. It's like it's as far as I know, for the longest time, it's just kind of been in like a corner of like a bit of a large room with like 20 other things happening. And I don't think you could pick up your badge there. I could be wrong about that, but so yeah, now they've got their own area. So if you need disability services, you can head to the Capitol Ballroom South. You take the hallway between the Atlanta meeting rooms and the Capitol Ballrooms to get there. This is still at the Sheraton. There is also a disability services, like a much smaller office at the Marriott. I think it has shorter hours though. So, but I don't know. I'm glad that they're finally giving disability services their own badge pickup and like accommodation interview area. Cause it was honestly kind of embarrassing, like sitting there with like all these people just like wandering around you and like having to tell them what you want your accommodations to be. Just saying. New news for 2025. Before I get into new quote unquote cults, quote unquote, does anybody have any new news that they've seen, heard? No.
So the Apocalypse Rising track has moved in the Westin. They're still on the same floor. They've just moved down the hall to a bigger room. And the Silk Road track has expanded into the next room. So it's now like 4 rooms wide. So I think they said they got like an extra 75 seats. So, and we have a cat interruption.
Ruh-roh. All right. Well, I'm taking a sip of my drink, I guess. Yeah, I noticed that actually I have a panel with them, and I noticed that it was it's the same name of the room, but it looks different. And I was like, oh, okay. But well, good for them though. The panel I did with them last year wasn't super well attended because it was a Friday 11:30 a.m. and it was about Walking Dead universe, and like it's Walking Dead, But I do love the Apocalypse Rising track. Okay, so new quote unquote cults, quote unquote, and I'm putting this in quotes because every year there are people trying to make new cults happen, but that doesn't always, or even mostly probably, mean that they'll actually catch on. However, I have a little DragonCon subreddit story for you guys. A week or two ago, someone posted about having received the wrong ribbons from wherever they ordered them from. What they received were for a pet grooming business called Clean Butts Grooming, and the ribbons had a graphic of a cute little corgi butt on them. So the OP was like, so if they don't want me to send these back, what do I do? Do I just like give these ribbons for a random pet grooming business out? And of course, everyone was like, yes, who doesn't want a ribbon with a corgi butt on it? Oh, and P.S. the business, it turns out it's actually in Chicago area. So, however, apparently the ribbon company did want them back. I'm assuming to send them on to the person who should have received them. So the original poster, shared an update that was like, oh my gosh, sorry guys, I won't have these after all, like to give out to all of you who are excited for them. And of course, everybody was like, well, obviously, no big deal, man. It's like we were all excited, but nobody's gonna be mad at you for it. You don't need to be sorry. But however, then just a couple of days ago, the person who owns Clean Butts Grooming posted in the DragonCon subreddit because they are also a DragonCon attendee. They didn't buy the ribbons for DragonCon, but now they are bringing some of those ribbons and also some stickers to give out. And like, this is just one of the most DragonCon things to ever DragonCon, honestly. Like, of course, people in the subreddit are now talking about the cult of the clean butts and hailing the clean butt corgi. And it sounds like some other person actually ordered 100 ribbons of the same design, like some other non-involved person. So like, this is the kind of cult creation I can get behind.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Was it Ashley? Someone wanted to talk about the cult of DragonCon misconnection.
Yes.
That was you.
As
Right? Okay.
someone who is active in the Facebook page, after last year's Dragon Con, there's a lot of people posting, I guess, trying to find people or saying, oh, I like this costume or something. Anyway, someone took issue with that and was very upset and made a post talking about how this Facebook page is not a dating app. And the internet did what the internet does. And now everyone started, like, I searched back in time trying to find the old posts, trying to find out where it started. I couldn't find the original post that set the whole thing off, but like it's just wall after wall after wall of people posting, "Hey, not a dating app, but this is my profile. Who wants to hook up?" And it's like, you know, the Demigorgon or, you know, Raptor looking for a mate, and and I've seen it. It still continues every now and then. It pops up again in the Facebook page. So it's still a continuing thing. And then with the app getting updated, people were talking about, it's like, oh, is the dating app out? So it's definitely lived through the entire year to resurface. I would not be surprised if I saw ribbons talking about the dating app.
I almost feel like Dragon Con could release like a dating app, like even a pay to play, like a pay to be part of it for a small fee, you know, like a couple bucks a month or something, dating app, and people would sign up for it. Because like what, you know, even if you don't live in the same area, it's like meet a nerd. You could just become best friends. Who cares?
And there is a Cult of Misconnection Facebook page that is like A1 like meme posting. Like it's been like super active the entire year. I think this is one of the few cults that actually has like staying power.
Yeah, like the canon, maybe it'll come back. I'm not sure, but this one at least has been active. You know, people keep making references to it.
So any other new news that anybody had that was like kind of generic, other than new cults? Or I mean, I guess the Cult of the Misconnections isn't super new, but it's post Dragon Con new, post Dragon Con 2024 new. I will say there was something that I saw about the way they're letting people into the gaming rooms, like the gaming area that's in the America's Mart, so that those people don't have to wait in the vendor hall line. It's something that I believe they did before, like maybe last year, possibly even before that. But I couldn't find. I'm fairly certain it was on the Dragon Con subreddit, but Reddit search function is crap. So
it's for the comic and arts track. It's a fast pass. So you can sign up to get a QR code. And so like when you're going into the vendor's hall, there's another door on the left side that you can line up 30 minutes prior to your panel, and they'll scan your QR code and they'll take you straight to the panel room. So you don't have to stand in the hour and a half long vendor line to get in to go to a comics panel. And then afterwards, you're allowed to sort of go into the vendor hall at large. So it's a great way to see a panel and you still save 30 minutes. Just a PSA, as somebody who likes to go to the comics programming, don't abuse it, people.
yeah.
Like, if you want to do it, go to the actual panel. Because like I said, you're still saving a half an hour, usually at least. It's an hour and a half to get in there. We all know. But yeah, that's what it is. This is the third year they're doing it. I've used it the last 2 years, and it is really cool. The only thing is that those passes do fill out because like the panel rooms are only so big. So they will,
hence don't abuse it.
Yeah.
Yes, because there were some that I wanted to go to last year that I wasn't able to get into because they were already filled up and I knew I wasn't going to wait in line. So but it's really a cool thing if you want to go see those really awesome comics panels.
Well, and what I saw was specifically about gaming. So I think they're doing something similar for gaming now too. Yeah, because I remember the comic thing happening, the comic panel thing happening, but the post I saw was specifically for gaming, and it's my bad for not being able to find it again. But I think you're right though. I think it was the same sort of thing. Like you sign up for like a gaming time or whatever, or you like it's a time and a game that you're going to play. I've never gamed at Dragon Con like that, so I don't really know how exactly it would work. But I think it sounds like it's probably similar to that from like the vague things I remember from the post. All right. Well, so hotel intel and hotel drama. Yeah, this is old news at this point, I guess, but wow, that passkey Marriott error last October. I know several friends of mine fell victim to it. I don't really, was it you? So Daniel, what happened exactly? Because you'll remember better than obviously I would.
So they didn't release all the rooms on
Okay,
website passkey link, because like they would keep saying, I think that they only released the king rooms, because my friend, he got, or no, they didn't release the doubles. They only released the king's room, because my friends got a king room, but they needed a double, but they're like, we'll take anything. And it kept saying that there were doubles available, because I didn't really want a double. I wanted a king room. But when I would go through, it'd say they were sold out. But people like on the Discord group and on like the different DragonCon groups would talk about how they were still getting rooms over the phone for like 45 minutes.
Okay, I remember that.
But like
too.
everybody that was trying online, it was like completely sold out. So I can't confirm that the Marriott effed up and only released half the rooms online. But
I remember this now.
But all of the circumstantial evidence points to enough for a conviction that the Marriott screwed me out of a room and I have to stay at the Westin this year.
Ashley stayed at the Westin before. It's not that bad,
Yeah,
right?
I mean,
the elevators kind of suck. I remember that, but don't they suck everywhere? Like really?
I mean, it just sucks not being in the main three.
Yeah,
That's the thing. It's like the Marriott is right in the middle, and so it's always easy to get back if I need to drop something off. And my wife likes to just like go back and decompress, so it's just easy to get to. I am worried about the Westin Hotel elevators. Everybody tells me they're better than the Marriott, but the Marriott's way better than people think. So I don't.
I remember them being better than the Marriott because there's not as much people going up and down as, you know, for the Marriott. They're taking it for casual floors too, not just the hotel rooms. And the Westin has a lot of escalators around.
Yeah. So, the other thing I heard, and this is very recent, like within the past 3 weeks, I think, the Residence Inn in downtown Atlanta was deemed unsafe toward the end of July because like bricks on the outside of the building were bowing out. And there were also comments that I saw online about bricks falling like off the building, but the official news reports don't seem to mention that. And despite it, the official news reports did still state, as of like a week ago when I was like trying to figure out what was going on, they did still state that it was unsafe, but there haven't been any updates on it. But and no, like it's not, you know, nothing like, oh, it's been suddenly declared safe again, right? But you can still book rooms for random nights. And like I was actually checking their website like a week ago because I was like, so can you even book rooms? Like maybe they just stopped allowing you to book rooms. Obviously, I didn't check DragonCon weekend because I knew it would probably be marked as sold out even if they were available to book. But I checked like the weekend before, like next weekend, and you could still book rooms that weekend. And I'm like, so wait, is it unsafe or not? How are there zero updates about this? That seems like a pretty dangerous fucking situation that like halfway up this giant building, there's, I mean, and there's pictures of it. It does not look good.
Maybe they fixed it emergency fast.
Maybe you think that. Sorry, go ahead, Daniel.
Oh, late stage capitalism. We still got to make a buck. See.
Yeah, but I mean, like you'd think that if they had fixed it that fast, that there would be like an update. They would be like, "Hey, news, maybe take down, you know, those articles that say we were deemed unsafe," and they haven't, which is weird. So yeah, who knows what's happening there? If you're staying at that Residence Inn, I don't know. Like maybe
don't
double
touch
check
the walls.
Yeah. Hope you're staying on a very low floor and don't bounce around too much.
Well, at least like the Peachtree roadside. I think that's the one is the one that's in question. If you're on the other side of the building, I think that you could be fine.
But which is is it just one Peachtree side? Are not three of the sides of the hotel on a Peachtree? I mean, I'm joking, but it's fucking possible.
You could be right. We love a Peachtree in this city.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, so hotel themes. Hilton is How to Train Your Dragon.
I'm actually excited for this one.
Yeah.
Because they've really been stepping up their game on how decorated it is. So
They really
I have
have.
high
Last year was
expectations.
wild.
Yeah.
Like,
What was last year again? I honestly don't even remember.
Beetlejuice.
Oh, okay,
It's
yeah. And the year
But it was just
before
the
was like
way-
Mario, right?
Yeah.
it's just the amount of effort that they're putting into it. You know, they have like DJs, they have this stuff, and it's like the party. Like I spent more time there than I did at the Marriott, like by far. I was like, no, I can actually walk around here. I can hang out. Like it's not overly crowded. Like it was a much more comfortable experience hanging out there than it was in the Marriott by far.
Just don't steal the stuff, people. It's like
People were doing that.
so on Wednesday night, I believe, like the Hilton had like their big Beetlejuice display down where the photo op was stolen. And there was like they were really considering just taking everything down. So yeah, people like
That's ridiculous.
Yeah, don't ruin
be,
it for everyone.
Yeah.
Yep.
Don't ruin it.
I feel like I would be shocked to hear that was a Dragon Con attendee, though. I don't know. I know that there's bad apples in every batch, right? But like, why? Because like you're also messing the thing up for yourself all weekend too. You know, like, yeah. I'm excited for How to Train Your Dragon. I am like. The one thing I'll say about it is they announced the themes kind of so late, like about a month, a little bit over a month if you're lucky ahead of time. Like this isn't one that's very easy to just like throw together a costume for if you are like one of those big, like I got to get a picture of my Hilton themed costume in the Hilton themed like areas. Yeah, it's not a complaint or anything. It's just like, this is if you have a How to Train Your Dragon costume, that's great. But if you don't,
yeah, I think it would have been cool to make one or just like a Viking themed costume. And like last year I was Charlie from Has-Been, and the Beetlejuice theme was great for taking photos.
Yeah.
So other hotels, I know that I don't know that the Westin, actually, if anybody else can take a second and look it up and see if the Westin on like their Instagram or Facebook or something has announced a theme, because like last year they had a theme for the first time ever. And it was originally...
And it didn't turn out too good.
No, it was originally Harry Potter, and then they changed it because they got a ton of complaints, and they did change it. Hey, they changed it. But I don't know if they have announced that they're having a theme this year. I couldn't find anything when I looked a few days ago, and I just moved cross country. Sorry, guys. And I have not had time to do as much preparation for this webcast, hence my not double checking things or... remembering until literally like a minute before we started that the Westin had a theme last year. So take a drink for that.
I searched, and the first thing that came up was drama over last year. So they probably just don't want to touch it again.
Yeah.
But they've done soft theming in the past. Like they've done Marvel, like MCU stuff the previous couple of years.
Which is what they ended up doing last year, was kind of a superhero thing.
Yeah, because but yeah, so they usually that was the first year they announced something and it didn't go as they were hoping. So I think they may be going back to just, hey, we'll just do soft themes and not say anything and hope for the best.
They could be superhero themed every year and nobody would ever say a thing about it. So because like the Hyatt used to do a theme. I definitely remember years where they had a whole setup. There was one year where they had a whole setup in the lobby that was Stranger Things. And this was before the Hilton ever did Stranger Things. Like it was like 2016 or 2017. Because it was one of the years, Ashley, that we did our Hunger Games Bunny Hutch group. And we did that 2 years in a row. Yeah. So it was either 2016 or 2017. Yeah. And I can't recall if they had it like after 2017, had one after 2017, but like they still always have like this themed burger. Like last year it was like Twisters themed. This year I think it's SpongeBob themed, which I love me some SpongeBob, but that's a little bit weird. And I could be wrong because I'm at a loss for what else this burger could be. It's called the Briny Barnacle Burger. Say that 10 times fast, 5 times fast.
That sounds like a SpongeBob thing.
Yeah, and it's on a square croissant bun and comes with starfish tater tots. Like that's SpongeBob, right? That's like SpongeBob. Am I missing some other fandom that has square things and starfish?
No, that's SpongeBob and Patrick.
I mean, and also, am I missing that SpongeBob has had like some sort of huge renaissance recently? Because it might have, and that was like my college years, like stoned out of my gourd watching SpongeBob late at night. So it's been a while since I watched a lot of SpongeBob.
They're also doubling down on their voodoo cocktail.
Oh yeah, I saw that. Now you can get it at Polaris too.
Yeah, so they're doing the voodoo bucket, which my recommendation is always bring your own rum to add to their rum bucket. And then they're doing the voodoo.
I remember a few years ago when everyone was like, "Hey, they've watered down the rum."
Yeah, they used to be super strong, but I've heard that the past few years it's been.
Yeah, and they're doing a voodoo teeny, which I know they're advertising it at Polaris. I'm assuming you can get it down at the main bar. It looks like sweet and sour sauce. So like if that's your jam. And then some people like we're doing a cocktail meetup on Wednesday and at the Hyatt bar. So we'll probably try it out.
So are they offering the martini at the martini version, for lack of a better word, at the lobby bar too, or just at Polaris? Do you know?
So I'm not 100% sure. Like I have no, like, I don't know why they would not serve it at the bar when you can get way more nerds with money there than you can get up. Like it's another corporate teeny. So I can't imagine that it's like a whole bunch of like artisanal ingredients that you're throwing into this. So
yeah.
I would be very disappointed if you couldn't get it at the actual bar.
Oh, animal related interruption. Drink. Yeah, I will too, because like I looked at the Polaris menu and I saw they were open all weekend this time, and I was like, like maybe I could do like a dinner, like an very early dinner or something there, but I didn't really. It's not even the price necessarily, but it is pricey, but not like so insanely like, listen, I just came from California. Like nothing seems insane to me anymore. But like it's more just like I'm like, I'm not interested in anything on this menu.
Yeah.
Like, or I can't eat it because I do have like some food allergies. So it's like I'd either have to order like this one dish without like at least one of its main ingredients, or like there's like one thing I can't order at all. So I don't know. But hey, more power to you if you want to go to Polaris.
That's the one place that had the issues a couple years ago. They haven't done the Iceberg Lounge.
No, that's at the Hilton. Yeah, that's at the Hilton.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, Polaris is the one that's at the top of the Hyatt. Remember how it has that like dedicated elevator, or it does like early in DragonCon. I think they close it. They used to close the dedicated one. Up. Yeah.
It's
Polaris Iceberg Lounge.
It's the UFO on top of the Hyatt.
Yeah, but not the spinny one where somebody that
was a toddler
passed away, didn't they?
Yeah.
Oof.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
anyway.
I believe the sundial is spinning again, though. I think they just started that again last year, and it's going to be open for the full con this year if people want to go to the Westin sundial at the top.
All right. So one thing that I saw on the subreddit that I thought would be an interesting thing to talk about, because we never have before, and we're still in this like tips and tricks section, is does anybody else here carry like a bag or a backpack with them most or all of the time? And if so, what's in it? Because like for me, mine varies. It depends on how long I'm going to be away from my room. Like if I have back-to-back panels or something, there are things I put in it that are heavier that I wouldn't put in it if I know I'm going to like do a panel and go back to my room soon after that. But like my general things are like hand sanitizer, hand lotion, because hand sanitizer dries your hands out, my ribbons, chapstick, Burt's Bees generally, because that's my go-to chapstick, some sort of snack if it's like the first half of the day, because I never have time to eat breakfast at DragonCon. One of my giant bottles of water, like this isn't even a biggish one, like I have bigger ones than this. I got very loud all of a sudden. This isn't even a big one, but like, you know, a bottle of water, like reusable one. My little notebook for panel notes. If I'm going to a panel, obviously I leave it back at the room so that it doesn't get messed up if I'm not going to a panel. But like as a panelist, especially moderating a bunch of panels, I want to, hold on, I'm muting to see who that is. Oh, it's Daniel. Okay. Daniel, sorry. You get a lot of weird background noise. A small wallet or like card holder for my ID, like one credit or debit card, and my hotel room key. One of those little like pocketbook hairbrush mirror combos, any makeup items I need for cosplay makeup touch up if I'm in cosplay. Like I said, if I'm gone for like more than half a day, I'll bring my charging block and cord, but I do not bring that if I know I'm coming back to my room within like an hour, I'm not, or 2 hours, I'm not bringing that because it weighs a fuck ton. Eye drops because I'm a contact wearer with dry eyes when I'm stuck indoors in AC for long periods of time. Bobby pins and at least one hair tie, sunglasses, and then drinks if it's that time of day. So like, I know, well, Manny, I know you've been backpacking it a bunch because you travel in a lot of the time.
Yeah, honestly, in that backpack, there is one bottle of water that I just use to like refill from the water fountains and stuff. And the rest of it is just packed with alcohol because I'm just not going to pay $8 for a beer every time I want one, even if it's a little bit on the warm side. I don't care, and generally I'll pack bags of ice in there also and just dump them out as they turn into water. And that's pretty much it. I wish I can say I was more like, I had hand sanitizer to, and like tissues and like, no, I just raw dog it every year. And I'm just like, dude, it's just alcohol. That's all I need. I don't want anything else, like.
Yeah, Ashley, what about you? Because I don't. Do you carry a bag?
I carry a very large purse that can fit quite a couple cans of whatever I want.
Yeah,
but I carry a lot of the same stuff you do. But additionally, depends on what I'm wearing as on my shoes. I will bring flats as well. One of my, when I buy a new purse, if it's a big one, is like, can I fit a pair of shoes in there? Like if I'm taking off heels, can they fit in and still have room for alcohol?
Yeah, for sure. I've done the like shoving a pair of like flip-flops or like foldy flats in my purse before, but I also have not worn heels at this convention. And like I honestly
I have gotten to the point where I will bring the heels to the photo shoot, put them on at the photo shoot, and then take them off again. Dude, I'm old.
Yeah, I think the last time I wore heels was when we did our Poison Ivy, Catwoman, Harley Quinn, like our Suicide 6 versions of those. Like I can't remember wearing heels since then. So Patrick's in the chat. Of course, he has a fan, snacks, water, phone charge, so the usual stuff, and a flask. Vodka cran. Okay. Oh my god. And
he does carry a sassy attitude. Yes. This is why we love Patrick. Yes.
If anybody is new to watching this webcast, Patrick is a longtime viewer. He was part of the webcast last year. I wanted to have him back this year, but he's not going to Dragon Con. How rude.
Yes, my wife was very upset that Patrick was not going to be on this year.
Yeah, because he's awesome, right?
Yeah, she met him last year at the room party. He's like, he's delightful.
He is. He really is. He's a ray of sunshine. Okay, so, well, Daniel, you backpack. Do you backpack it at all?
Oh, I definitely do. And I apologize. My neighbor decided to start doing lawn work.
I was like, what is it? Because it wasn't happening when you first, like the whole first part of the webcast. Then all of a sudden it was like, what is that noise? And you're the first one next to me. So I muted you first and it went away. So I wasn't just choosing you because you're new. I was choosing you because you're to the right of me on my like leaderboard here.
Yeah. And like, these are like super noise canceling. So I didn't notice until, I took them off. But, I'm a backpacker. I bring a water bottle. It's the most important thing that I have at Dragon Con, because every track room has a water station in it or right outside. Refill every panel, because the more you drink when the sun is up, the more fun stuff you can drink when the sun is down. And that is
who waits till the sun is down to drink.
When you're, I'm in the over 40 club, so I try to be a little bit more responsible these days. Yeah.
We all are. But
no, so I usually keep my snacks in my bag. So I'll have like raisins, craisins, granola bars for my morning panels. I will have some sort of like a cracker or rice cake and like some sort of meat stick during the afternoon.
Meat
Um,
stick.
I keep a external phone charger because if I forget to turn my data off, it gets stuck in the Dragon Con battery suck and can die really fast. So I keep that on me. And then in the evening, I will have a couple of flasks, maybe a couple of chilled cocktail cans, and to keep the night going and to get past those pesky Hilton security people without them trying to confiscate my hooch.
Yeah, I didn't have a problem with that last year. It was like they did it in
2 years ago.
Yeah, it was 2022. It was 2022 that they were really bad about it because our room theme in 2023 was Dragon Con. Actually, I got it right here. You can't read it, but it's Dragon Con disasters, and one of them was well, the Hilton was just the worst because because they had that like pipe burst and like it flooded a bunch of floors.
It's been relatively calm this past year.
And it was the year that they did the Iceberg Lounge that Ashley was talking about.
Yeah.
But it was like the hotel sold like a month and a half before Dragon Con. And I just don't think that the new owners really understood what they were getting into and thought that, ooh, we're going to exploit them for all their money. And like, you got like 70,000 really smart nerds showing up. We're getting what we want inside that building.
Also, this is another animal related interruption in case like I'm the only one who noticed it, I think, and drank. But listen, guys, drink animal related interruption. Daniel is the most, usually I'm the most egregious, like one with the animal related interruptions. Okay,
well, the kitten's gone off again. So, I mean, you can probably hear him.
I can't right now, but I've heard him at least. I heard him at least once before we started, so I know he can be loud enough. Come on, kitten, give us that. No, we don't need that. We don't need that reason to drink because now we're gonna talk about the 2025 app. So we're drinking now, just at the beginning of this, because. So, as of 2 days ago. It was downloadable with similar hilarious placeholder events to peruse as the previous couple years. I did check it like an hour before we went live today, and it still hadn't updated fully, which last year it did. It literally updated the afternoon that we did Drinkin Con, but they have said it's going to be like this coming week. So yeah, I'm not complaining or anything. I'm just, saying.
Yeah, I've seen some posts explicitly saying that it'll be on Monday. I don't know where they got it, but they're being very specific. So I assume that
someone in the know.
Yeah.
Sorry, I just saw a new.
Okay, well,
great.
So Ashley, what are you seeing now that you're loving?
Hear Me Out throwdown.
Oh yes, I saw that one. It wasn't. I have two favorites I'm going to mention, but I did see the Hear Me Out one. Did anybody else take a look-see at the app and see like what their favorites were for the fake events?
I love the terrible ships because I'm a history nerd, and like if we want to talk about like really poorly designed real world ships, like I am all here for it. And I hope we really move beyond like Titanic and stuff and really dive deep into the ocean, like that Titanic submarine did.
Oh God, so, yeah.
And I also like the Monday panel of like, why are you not asleep? Sleep deprivation study, because
Yeah, I saw that. Was that one from Monday?
Yeah.
I can't see, Ashley. What does it say? It was like I could almost see it, but it's like between lighting and screens. Oh, you're muted. No, Ashley, always muted.
Yeah, my light's behind the computer, so it's just gonna be a bright light if I try.
So what were you trying to show though?
Oh, just the panel he was talking about.
Oh, okay. Is that the sleep deprivation one? Is that on Monday?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So the two that I loved the most were Tuesday. Join yourself and one other person for day one panic crafting. Tuesday is the new Wednesday, is the new Thursday, is the new Friday, and I'm just like, no, stop. I can't afford Tuesday too. Like, I can't do it.
Yeah, I can barely do Wednesday.
I also loved the most of all, Name That Pet, a slideshow of our favorite animal photos where the audience gets to guess the name of that pet. I want this to be an actual event. Like, I want people to be able to submit their slideshow, like their pictures and pet names. And like, it would have to be like a group of people that kind of looks at all the submissions and is like, okay, which ones are we going to pick? Because we got to pick some that are obvious and we got to pick some that are ridiculous. Like, no one would ever guess that my little like long-haired torty but mostly gray cat is named Pigeon, right? But she's named Pigeon because she is very vocal and coos, and she also whines a lot, but you know, whatever. Her name's Pigeon. Like, nobody would guess that. But then like you'd have you'd want some really like obvious ones too. Like, here's a chocolate lab and his name is Chocolate. I mean, that's whatever. You know what I mean? Like, I want that panel. I want that to be a panel. I have no idea what track would ever host it, but I want it to be a panel.
You know, the lawn ornament costume contest is the one that I want to be a real panel. Like,
well, that actually might happen. Not as a costume contest, but I think I told you guys this earlier. Like, I saw a comment in the Dragon Con subreddit, and I'm just going to quote this comment. I didn't note that the original, like the comment poster's name, sorry, but it was someone saying at least one of those joke events may actually happen, though. People have glommed onto the costume lawn ornament competition, and even if the Hyatt won't allow them up on the roof to use the apiary, they're not going to. Why bees everywhere? That is what an apiary is.
yeah.
The group or this event now has a Facebook page, and they're meeting on Saturday afternoon in the, I believe, Hyatt lobby. So
the con itself posted that one of the events is a real event. And so I am almost positive it's the Wednesday onesie party, because that is a real thing. It's been an unofficial event the last couple of years. The thing that throws me off is it says it starts at 11, and typically the onesie Wednesday starts like at 8. So, but yeah, I think that's the real event, but fingers crossed for the really bad ships. That's the one that I want.
Were there any others I know I sent a bunch to you guys. Were there any others that stuck out to anybody else? I
loved the problematic ships, because I loved it for the opposite reason. I wanted the problematic ships.
And I liked some of the fake vendors. Like, there was a Ding Dong Ditch one that I thought was pretty funny. But yeah, if you want to expand your humorous stuff, they put fake vendors into, and those are worth looking at to get a chuckle.
I didn't even think to look through the rest of the app.
I didn't
check it. Yeah.
Well, I clicked on a few random things, but I didn't think to click on the vendor one. So I'll have to do that. So yeah, in the future, if the app isn't out by the time we webcast at all, like at least with the official schedule, like it isn't this year. Well, it isn't this year either, but like, if they didn't even come out with the joke stuff, we'd literally have nothing to say here. So yay, thank you, Dragon Con. You gave us something to talk about with the app, which also I feel like the one more app drink. Why not?
So say we all.
We're so behind on the drinking situation tonight. Well, we haven't gotten to all of our like personal mentions.
When we get into like cosplays and stuff.
So like if the app, the official schedule like this year isn't out at all, I can always suggest like checking the Facebook groups, or I want to say like other social media, but I'm pretty sure like the only tracks that have anything outside of like their like never updated official Dragon Con page only have like Facebook pages or Facebook groups. So you can look for the specific tracks you're interested in and see if they have a Facebook group or Facebook page, but also in the year of our Lord 2025, my God, can Dragon Con tracks please move away from using Facebook as the only medium to find things like panelist apps, if you haven't applied to be a panelist before and like end up with their emails, like they'll send emails saying like, hey, we're looking for panelists again this year, like track schedules, etc. Like I get that the app is the end all be all, because even my schedule, I think, one of my panels has already changed from what I received for like, sorry, my attending pro email. I did not do that one on purpose. That was not on purpose at all. But like at least one thing on my schedule has slightly changed from what I received in that email about a week and a half ago, 2 weeks ago. I think it was a week and a half, whatever. Time is a construct right now. But like, yeah, I just, in the year of our Lord 2025, or maybe in the year, since it hasn't happened yet, in the year of our Lord 2026, can the DragonCon tracks please move away from Facebook? There should be better ways to do this.
I've been seeing some moving towards Discord, but I'm not sure that's any better.
No, it's not, because a lot of people don't want to add Discord, and Discord is also a mess. It's a mess. If you have notifications turned on, especially for something like
I have over like 2,000 notifications on my Discord, because
all of my Discord channels have 0 notifications turned on unless I'm tagged specifically, because I can't.
Don't turn notifications on for Discord. Like, just check it when you can. But no, I think that like I'm upset because like they have pulled back significantly from Discord since the pandemic. I think there's only like 3 or 4 tracks that are active there. Like, to me, like that's the logical spot to move and then expand out from there. But if we have an official DragonCon Discord, I think all the tracks should have an active Discord thing too. I'm old, so like I'm now sadly in the Facebook demographic. But like,
so am I. Sadly.
And I just use it for groups basically. Like I don't like when people ask to be friends on Facebook, I'm almost like, what's wrong with you? Like, no, we can be friends in a group. Like, let's meet there. We can chat. But yeah, no, I think that Discord is the thing, or like even like subreddits. But once again, I'm old and I'm out of touch, so there's probably better things.
I mean, I think what really needs to happen is there needs to be somebody, and I know all of the DragonCon.
Need a central place where you can find out where to go for all these things, because we all know the website's not it.
Well, right. And that's what I was going to say, is that like, and listen from the bottom of my heart, I understand that all of these track directors and this is all volunteers. I get that. And so this is not me like necessarily like complaining or talking crap. This is just me saying that like I really think it should just all be on the website. Like, I'm not saying don't have a Facebook group or don't have a Facebook page or don't have a channel on the Discord if you can keep it up. But like, they really need to have actual website pages for these tracks that are updated. I'm not even all the time, but like if you have a panelist app, that should be on your like on the website. It really should, because otherwise like it's just, and I say this as somebody who is like kind of the same old. Like I end up on the same tracks every year as a panelist. So like I get it. Like, you want to see new voices, you want to see new people. It also would help with diversity, I think, because if people weren't having to be like, where the fuck do I find this information? Well, now it's too late to find the information because I didn't know where to find it in the first place. And not even all the tracks have panelist applications at all, which I like recently found out, like that they, even for, don't drink for this one because I'm annoyed about this, but even for like attending pros, there's not a way I can say I'm interested in these tracks and would be possibly interested in these properties. There's no way to do that. Like, it is really insane to me that that's the case. And I'm not even the person that I'm mad about it for. I want people who maybe haven't had a chance yet, or also like, DragonCon yells all the time about like, we want to have more diverse voices, but then like most of the time it's just me and a bunch of white people, and usually mostly white dudes on panels together. So like there has to be some better way to do this. There has to be. And if it means DragonCon, because they have pages for each track, right? So they have the ability to host these pages. It's not a problem of like, these don't exist ever. they just need to make sure that all of the tracks have somebody who will update them. And I know it's volunteer run, but this is like really on my mind and on my nerves this year, especially because I don't think it should be that difficult for people to figure out how to get involved in a convention that is like, we want more diverse voices. Well, you're not giving diverse voices a chance when the only place people can find most things is in random Facebook groups. Sorry, not sorry.
Yeah, no, I get that a lot because like recently I used to be a really big anime fan and high fantasy stuff, but like my interests have shifted. I'm a bit more into video games these days. I don't know who to get in touch with to pitch ideas or something. Like I know where to go for Final Fantasy, Drink, but all the other ones I've no idea who's in charge or where they submit ideas for panels or whatnot. And I'm like more and more.
Talk to me after DragonCon this year, because I'm pretty sure I have the contact information for the video gaming track because I worked with them a bunch in like 2019 and 2020.
Like I remember looking for them and I found a Facebook page. I'm like, okay, great, this is where it goes. Nothing has been posted in over a year.
Yeah. The video game track Facebook is deader than a doornail.
And that's okay because like we shouldn't be relying on Facebook.
But no, I remember when they did the big website update and I was like, oh, they have like things for updates for each track. And I was like super excited. And I went through and I looked and I think maybe alternate history and maybe high fantasy even just put in like a blurb about who we are and what we're doing. And like nobody else did anything. And it's just like, oh man. This is disappointing.
Lest we recall, like, while all of the tracks are run by volunteers, like there are people who are paid to work for DragonCon.
Yeah.
This is a convention that makes money. And again, that's not me saying anything bad about the fact that DragonCon makes money. Like that is a fact of capitalist life in America. And even if it wasn't, they should make money. It's fine. But there needs to be some sort of consensus. Like we should not be living in a Facebook world, especially right now. And also, even if the thing is like we're living in a Facebook world in certain DragonCon tracks, but like you said, Daniel, like so many of them don't even update anything anymore. Yeah. Anyway, okay, that is my like biggest rant for tonight. Let's get into some more fun stuff. Photo shoots, yay. So just to get this stuff out of the way, DragonCon group photo shoots, Facebook group, facebook.com/groups/DCon photos. That's where you can find like posts about photo shoots, whatever. But you can also find the full photo shoot schedule on a specific page. And I'm going to say it in a second, but I'm also going to try to remember to put it in the notes for this webcast, like after we finished, maybe not tonight, but it's Dragon Shoots. So DragonShoots.nerdbot, NERDBOT.com. So they have it's the same spreadsheet that you can find in the official photo shoots page, but it's on an actual website. I want to say I know a couple people, well, at least one person who writes for the website, and that's how I ended up even knowing that this existed. And I'm kind of, if this is the first year they've done it, holla, love you guys for doing this, because being able for people to be able to see that spreadsheet outside of the Facebook group is amazing.
If you are on the Facebook page, if you just go to their pinned posts, it's one of the top ones. That's how I always find it.
Yeah. But again, like so many people have left Facebook in the past year. Like so many people.
I mean, at least photo shoots are completely outside of DragonCon. It's not part of them.
Well, and also no, they're on the apps. They're on the app now. Drink, I guess. Sorry, guys. So photo shoots are on the app now, but like with the app only coming out about a week and a half to 2 weeks before the convention kicks off, it's like, wouldn't you want to plan a little farther? Because they've been updating that
spreadsheet for weeks now. Right, I've known like for over a month, some of them.
Exactly. So, but if you're within the next couple of days before the app updates, like dragonshoots.nerdbot.com, suggest checking that out. Are any of you guys attending group shoots This is mostly. I know it's that mostly Ashley.
Yes. So many of the ones that I wanted to do are all on the same day, so I actually have to pick. So Baldur's Gate, Final Fantasy 14, and Expedition 33 are all on Friday, all before 3 p.m. So
Drink for Final Fantasy.
Yes.
What is Expedition 33? I don't even know.
That is an awesome, amazing RPG, JRPG style, but made in France. Turn-based combat. Like it is, the story is so good. I think they already have a movie deal. That's actually going to be the photo shoot I go to. That's the one I ended up picking because I did Baldur's Gate last year. I am going to be wearing my Baldur's Gate costume just on a different day. So yeah, that one I think is at 2 or 3 p.m. on Friday afternoon. But it is, I expect that to be a very popular cosplay as well. I don't want to say anything because like it's the spoilers. Like it's such a, you don't want to spoil anything really, but it is very moving. It's very emotional. I don't know how to describe it without.
That's fine. I mean, yeah. I think like the idea of it just being like an RPG and yeah.
Yeah. If you like stories that give you a moral panic, go for it. It makes you question like, wait a minute, would I choose this or would I choose that?
Yeah, I've just added it to my list actually because I've heard about it before, but I've never heard someone in the real like tell me about it. So
I got 99 trolley problems and Expedition 33 is one.
Yeah.
I've seen a few ribbons about it, and so it's good to be able to put what it is to the ribbons that I've been seeing.
And the music is amazing too. Like if you're someone who's like hypersensitive to amazing music, that alone will get you excited for this. It's
Manny,
indie game. They the artist I think they just found on a SoundCloud.
Yeah, I love music in video games. Like my playlist literally consists of like 99% like Final Fantasy 14 songs and like other Final Fantasy songs. Like that's what I listen to when I work so I don't lose my crap, So I'm like a huge fan of any like video game music that is like really good.
Yeah, there is one boss theme that like you just have this like you just like all the hair just stands up on your body and it's just like, and like I've looked at TikToks of people just like getting to that moment and just having that drop. It's fabulous. I highly recommend it.
Oh, I meant to highlight this earlier. This is why, not to backtrack, but this is why people are saying that the app is going to update on Monday, because in the town hall on Thursday they said hopefully Monday. So
that's the only photo shoot that I'm definitely going to, because the other ones are all overlapping. I don't have enough time to change, and I just can't.
Yeah, this is my year where I'm like, I didn't even bother looking at photo shoots because I have 3 panels a day, Saturday and Sunday, and I'm just like, no. Okay, so other activities, unless Manny or Daniel, neither one of you are doing photo shoot stuff, I'm guessing. Okay, no. Other activities, and this is we have to get all this like stuff out of the way first, but
I was just thirsty.
Is it doing that? Sorry, hold on. It's doing a. Okay, well, apparently the Facebook live stream has just gone away. I have no idea why. It says they're having trouble streaming, and
yes, I have the YouTube one open. It's still going.
It's probably
as long as it's still on. Yeah, exactly. Honestly, Jesus Christ, they flagged me.
Oh, I do have one more point to make about the photo shoots. Like,
yeah, go ahead.
I was complaining that like, oh, they put all the video game photo shoots on the same day because also Nintendo and there's like, and then I realized I looked through them just like saying like, wait a minute, no, they didn't. There's actually just video games are becoming really, really popular, and there are plenty on both Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So it's just surprising seeing kind of that change, coming over that like, oh, these video games are becoming more and more popular, that they're taking up all these big photo shoot spots. I just thought that was a neat observation.
Yeah, no, that's great. Okay, so apparently if somebody was watching on Facebook, they're fucked now, but I don't have time to like maybe when somebody else is talking, I can like just post the YouTube link to make sure people who are watching on Facebook can still see it, but I have no idea what's going on there. I was actually I was like, shit, for a second, did I like lose access to my Facebook? But no, my Facebook is fine. So I don't know what's going on there. All right. So I think they're just, I don't know, maybe you're right too. They just flag me for talking.
Yeah. We were speaking truth to power and we got,
even though all I was saying was like, in the year of our Lord 2025, can we please like not be using Facebook all the time for everything?
Or just have a centralized place where we can find everything.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, does the Zuck not look like somebody that's super sensitive? Like,
yeah, but he's watching our like little tiny little Dragon Con live stream. Okay, anyway, okay. Other activities. Dragon Con Swag and Seek. Okay. So one thing I wanted to do this year is talk about how to get swag items, right? Because I've seen a lot of questions about this and about ribbons in the Dragon Con subreddit. So I was like, you know what? Okay, we're adding this to, because generally I'm just like, oh yeah, Dragon Con swag and Seek is fun. Here's what I would like to find this year. But how to get swag items. So where to find them? Planters, bar tables in the Marriott and Hyatt lobbies. I'm sure probably the Hilton too, but like I've only ever found stuff in the Marriott and the Hyatt. Basically any blank surface in a public area. Just make sure that whatever you're picking up actually has some sort of swag and seek identifier. Because that is actually a rule of it, is that they have to have like a tag or something on it that is like, this is swag, right? Not just like, don't just pick up some random item if it doesn't have any sort of swag and seek identifier. And they're usually pretty obvious. Like you could pick it up and look at it and know.
I will be participating this year.
Oh yay! What is that?
I don't. Oh no, you can't. My light. It's a squirrel. It's related to one of my cosplays, but I got those little balls to protect them so that they're not just like random.
That's super cool.
And these balls are like super cheap on Amazon. If you're getting a little thing like for $20, you can get like 100.
Yeah.
So,
now how to straight up receive them, because people do actually just give it out. Waiting in line for panels is one great way to get swag, like particularly if you're like standing in line and having a fun conversation, somebody in front of you or behind you might just be like, poke, poke, here's a piece of swag. Also, just complimenting somebody's cosplay will often get you swag. I have a friend who does Squirrel Girl, and like if people recognize her, stop her for a picture, she usually gives them some sort of Squirrel Girl swag. So anybody else have tips on?
I mean, I've found stuff before, and I've always been like, oh my God, I was chosen. So it's like, you know, like I might only find one, but it makes that person's day. Like it really does if you find something.
And if you have somebody who like makes keychains, just ride in an elevator with a backpack. Because I would do that and then find weird things clipped onto my backpack where I'm like, where did this come from? That was before I knew what swag was. I had no idea what it was. This was back in like 2018 and I didn't know what it was. And I remember going up the elevator, didn't feel anything, came down and I was putting it on my backpack and I had things like clipped on, like these really cool, like homemade kind of stuff. And I was like, what is this? Who did this? I was like, this is awesome, you know?
Yeah. The giant circle couches in the Hilton lobby across from the check-in area is a good spot to find swag.
Yeah.
They'll drop it off there. And then I don't know if they should do this, but like the big metal disc sort of at the bottom of the escalators, like where the handrails are, I will typically sometimes find just people will drop swag bags on those. And if you're paying attention, sometimes you can grab it as you're getting off the escalator.
Sorry guys, I'm trying to update the I'm trying to put the YouTube link on the Facebook post so that people don't think that we just disappeared entirely. But yeah, I saw someone post in the subreddit. I saw someone post these 3D printed like downtown Atlanta footprints and poop lions, and like
that was cool.
Both of them are amazing. I want one of those footprints so fucking bad. I'm pretty sure I had a dream about it the other night.
Yeah,
About me like
anything.
finding or receiving like one of those footprints. So like, listen, if you're watching this or listening to it as a podcast after the fact, like, yo, find me and give me a fucking footprint, please. It's like all I
Cinder
want in my life.
Cinder 2. So then I can pick up one from
Yeah.
Terra later. Because as an Atlanta native, like that, just like it, like I have a Cave Geek. He's like one of the vendors. He does like fantasy maps, and he did like a Dragon Con fantasy footprint map that I have in like a humongous frame that apparently no longer goes with the paint on the wall. So I had to find someplace new to put it. But yeah, so like if I could, that 3D footprint thing is so cool.
Yeah, I want it. Okay, so ribbons. I just want to like say one thing real quick. I am a little bit exhausted.
Yes.
Maybe
Same.
with ribbons.
Same.
Like the biggest part of this is because every other post on the DragonCon subreddit is people posting photos of their ribbons, and it's like too much for me right now. It's like overload. Like and honestly, like what I would really love is and again, like this is not like a complaint or like an order for the DragonCon subreddit mods. I know how it is to moderate a subreddit and deal with this shit. It would be lovely to have like a mega thread for ribbon pictures so that it's not like every, you know, like it's like 3 ribbon posts and then like they're just
you know what'd be
burying
awesome?
all of
A mega thread for people's cosplay lineups.
that too, yeah. Well, people don't do that on Reddit though. They don't really
on the
like,
Facebook group.
Oh, I'm sure.
So like I am a come to Jesus ribbon person, because like there's really great things about it, but there are things that I don't love about the community too. Sharing all the photos on Reddit is not the bad stuff, because like I'm not a cosplay person, and so like I don't tell people like, oh, don't post your cosplay photos. But my problem is the very transactional nature that some of the people have with the ribbons. Like I make my ribbons if we want to drink, because this is I've been to Dragon Con blank number of years, and all I have is this lousy ribbon. But like so many people are like, I will give you a ribbon, but you have to give me one back because I want to have like 1,000 badge beard long ribbon. Yeah. And a lot of people are really intimidated about getting ribbons because they don't bring them. They just want to get some, which is how I started getting into ribbons. Like I would just meet somebody and I'd be like, oh, hey, that's a cool costume. And they would give me one, or we're talking about weird, nerdy things we like, and they give me one. And so like, I don't go to the meetups. I just give them out to people when we have a conversation, unless they're like a really specific one that's for like specific things. And I just want people to know, if you're watching this, you don't have to have a ribbon to get a ribbon. Just talk to people and they will be more than happy to give you one. I would avoid the ribbon meetups if you don't have anything, because that's where it gets a little aggressive. And yeah, like that's my 2 cents.
The ribbon meetups, they seem to be like, okay, they're their own thing. That's not what I do ribbons for. They want to just exchange random ribbons. Mm-hmm. All the power to them. They can do their thing. Yeah, I am a cosplayer. I am deep into my fandoms. I want to go to my fandom meetups and get ribbons for those fandoms and give out ribbons for those fandoms. Like, if I get a random ribbon from like that has no meaning to me, I'm just like, okay, thank you. And I want my fandom ribbons. That's what I love. Like I'm gonna actually, because I'm doing the Expedition 33, but the Final Fantasy and Baldur's Gate is earlier than that. I'm gonna go there. I'm gonna go and try to get some ribbons, even though I'm not cosplaying at that time, because like those are my fandoms. I want those ribbons.
Yeah, it's kind of weird.
Take some pictures and you'll probably get ribbons. So sorry, man.
Yeah, like so back in the day, like when the ribbons thing started first, I thought that was only for people who like were part of things or whatever. And then when I went this last year, like the ribbon thing was just so out of control. Where I was like, oh my God, they have a ribbon for everything. Like,
This last
and I'm like,
year,
yeah. And I'm like, look, that's cool, man. Teach their own, like whatever. I'm more in the same camp of like you, Ashley, where it's like I'll take a ribbon for something that means something to me or something that is like special, but not just random stuff. And when I was waiting in line to get a beer after the backpack of beer ran out, I was waiting in line and the person who worked there gave me like something about drinking that was like part of the company. And I was like, oh, so we just all sold out now. Okay. Is that what this is? Like even the people I'm buying beer from that work for the Hilton are giving me ribbons now. So it's like way to just take something and just steal all of the soul out of it. It's like,
yeah,
all right,
I
dude,
used to proudly have the ribbons on my badge, but it's just gotten to like I can't. They're
yeah,
too many.
I literally can't. Yeah.
So I'm going to actually try to like one day. I keep saying I'll do this, but will I do it? I'm gonna sew them all into like one big like blanket wall banner thingy because like I've kept them all from all my years and they've grown.
Yeah.
So I do want to like I love them all, but I have to start picking and choosing which ones I actually put on the badge.
Yeah, I had to do that
a trail
last year.
going like many feet.
The
And
year
so, like-
before, I was putting all of them on. So 2023, I was putting all of them on, and I was like, nope. Like at some point, I had to just stop. But I didn't. I did it too late, and I still have way
you have
too
it
many
going down one way. You're like,
fucking-
no, I can just fit them on the back. It's still cool. And then you're just like, I made a mistake.
Well, and especially because like I'm going back and forth so fucking much between so many different hotels and stuff with like my panels and everything. It's like, no, I can't.
I had a
like,
way that I tied them around my purse strap because they were that
I tried
long.
that. I actually lost like a chunk of my ribbons in 2020.
And I've seen people who just do the duct tape down the back, and I'm just like,
That's too much work.
I mean,
yeah, exactly. Like now I have to remember to bring duct tape as well as all the other fucking things.
as well as hot glue and safety pins.
But no, like I bring like specific pet ribbons and general ribbons. So like I got a Fellowship of the Fez ribbon that anytime I see somebody in a
Manny's not
Fez,
drinking.
I
There you
was
go. There you go. No,
I was
yeah.
reading
Well,
the comments, 'cause the comments were blowing up.
Daniel's talking. You're good. Manny is the one that's
Yeah.
and then I got like here's a general one that like you can't unmountain Dew what's already been mountain done with screaming possums.
Yeah, I'm not saying don't bring ribbons. Bring all the ribbons. Just
Yeah.
You know.
And like I have a cocktail group meetup for my cocktail group that I do. And so like, but that's the way that I like it is that like you have specific
you have your
ribbons
niches.
and you have general. I don't like the people that are like transactional. Like I'll give you a ribbon, but I want a ribbon in return. It's just like, that's not why we started doing this to begin with, or at least not why I did. And I
go to my meetups and I still have ribbons from last year that I'm going to be giving out this year as well.
Oh yeah. I have I have a handful of ribbons from like our last year cocktail group because I ordered way more than I need because Facebook events are not an accurate way to gauge how many people are going to show up for things.
no.
But
so like same thing with swag. We've talked a little bit about how to get ribbons, but just to kind of clarify, the best way to guarantee a lot of ribbons, if that's what you really want, is to go to the Dragon Con Loyal Order of the Ribbons meetups. As of me adding this, like as of when I added this like note to the document, the days and times and locations aren't confirmed.
Yeah,
but
I just don't want people to think that we are like poo-pooing ribbons. Like if you love
right,
it, just
no,
absolutely
not at
go for
all.
it. I love receiving ribbons. It's just I might not put it on my badge.
Not right away for sure. Like I'll come home and do something with them for sure, but like I can't have a string of like I can't have a 5 foot long string of ribbons hanging off my badge these days.
Yeah, I will typically put ribbons on through like Saturday night, and then like from Saturday night on, they're mostly just keepsakes because I don't want to throw my badge over my shoulder when I have to go to the bathroom or something.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah.
So I, for instance, almost exclusively hand mine out at my panels. Other panelists will also often hand theirs out at panels too, or just have like a stack on the panelist table while they're in the room. So like a little bit before the panel, during, and a little bit after. But the other people might give them out in the general public more often than I do. Same as with like swag and seek, like you can sometimes get them while waiting in line for panels, or even while just like standing around in the bars chatting, which I did last year. I had like had my ribbon thing out, and I was just trying to like organize my ribbon thing, and people came up and they're like, "Can we have ribbons?" And I was like, "Oh, sure, okay." Like, I guess like I'm not gonna say no, but also like, sure. Do you want these? Because like I guarantee you don't know what Westeros an American musical is, because like my ribbon box has ribbons from like 6 years ago. But sometimes you can get them while waiting in line for panels, sitting around bars chatting, or also like complimenting people's cosplays, though of course none of this is guaranteed to land you a ribbon or swag. Photo shoots, though, like Ashley said, lots of ribbons at those in my experience. I got so many House of the Dragon, Game of Thrones ribbons at the ASWAF Song of Ice and Fire photo shoot last year.
As someone who's crashing photo shoots but not being in costume, I would not expect to get a ribbon until I'm giving them out. Like if you're a cosplayer, expect all the ribbons. But if you're just hanging out in the general area, you're probably there's no minimum amount. They're expensive.
Okay, Patrick is in the chat saying we should take a shot together. I don't have a shot. I just have my drink, but I can definitely take
out. I might have to leave and get more.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to get some more too.
I'll just take a very long drink of wine. Woo. Oh God.
Oh, that was a mistake.
It's like not quite cold enough, so it's like getting to the point where it's like
that's the face that people make. That's why I don't drink white wine.
Yeah, that wasn't a great shot. Maybe I can find like a pen or something. I can shotgun a beer for Patrick. You know,
Car's in the basement and I'm upstairs. I'd have to go far.
Yeah. All right. So, yeah, you should have a little more alcohol. Come on, Ashley. We haven't even talked about.
I'll make up. If you see me leave off stage, you know what I'm doing.
Well, how about you leave now off stage and go make your drink, because we got a bunch of random shit to talk about that has nothing to do with anything, and then we're gonna get into like the personal stuff, which is
all
where
right.
you're gonna
so don't talk about cosplay or photo shoots.
No.
I'm gonna run and refill too.
Oh my God, Patrick, shotgunning.
This is why I shouldn't say things out loud to Patrick, because Patrick's like, "Yeah, do it, man," and I'm not gonna say no to Patrick ever in any capacity. So I'm like, "Yes, let's do it."
Yeah.
Except I would make a total mess over everything.
Oh, and Daniel just left too, and there was something I was going to ask Daniel about. So other like activities, there used to be things like conquesting, which is where, or well, not used to be. Conquesting is a thing this year. You find the quest giver, get your quest, complete it, and get a prize. This year, the quest giver will be around. Just find the guy wearing a hat with a light up exclamation point on it. I don't know. I wasn't clear if it was like on the front of the hat or like on the top of the hat, but there is a quest giver this year. He will be wearing a hat with a light up exclamation point. So get your quest, complete it, get a prize. But Daniel, you also were talking about some scavenger hunt stuff in the chat, but I was like a little bit confused about it. Do you remember what we were talking about there?
So the secret food court is going to have extended hours this year, which I can't remember if it's matching the hours last year or if this is a new extended hour.
So they used to only go through like
Friday,
midday Saturday or Friday. Yeah.
So they're going to be open, I think, all weekend. I could be wrong.
Oh my God, does that mean I can get Dunkin' Donuts all weekend?
So don't no, that's not where you're going to go. You're going to go to a really cool, very Dragon Con friendly, like they're Dragon Con people, flaky, not flaky, bakery and chocolatery.
Oh yeah, no, I love that place. when I said that does that mean I can get Dunkin' all weekend? That just means that I can pre-order Dunkin' on an app on my phone and walk like not
Straight
far
in.
at all to get a coffee. That's what I mean about
Yeah.
that. But yes,
But-
I know what you're talking about.
But so the Flaky Not Flaky, they did a scavenger hunt last year. They're doing a scavenger hunt this year. From what I could tell, it's going to be a cryptid theme based on the ribbons that they were posting. But yeah, so they're going to be doing a scavenger hunt. The details have not really been posted yet. I would think much like the Dragon Con app, it will be released closer to the con itself. But they do post in the They do post a lot in the official Facebook group, and they do have a Facebook page. I think they posted their Dragon Con menu too. So if you want to get like an advanced look of what Flaky Not Flaky will be serving over the con weekend, I'm excited. I'm going to be there Wednesday this year, so I can go Wednesday and Thursday morning because normally I can't get over there because I'm just so busy.
Yeah.
But yeah, so the Secret Food Court will be doing a cryptid scavenger hunt. So yeah, check them out. Go to the Secret Food Court probably on Thursday or Friday, and they will have the details. And follow the Flaky Not Flaky Facebook page because maybe that will get us back on the Facebook live feed.
I'm very excited about this, honestly. But also, if they really are going to be open all weekend, like, I gotta be honest, I am loving the idea that I might be able to just order a Dunkin' coffee and go walk down and pick it up all weekend, please. Like, not just through Friday.
Food court's going to be open more than just Friday?
I think the Secret Food Court was open extended hours last year, and I think I saw a thing that they're going to be open extended hours again this year because Flaky Not Flaky is going to be doing a scavenger hunt throughout the con.
All right. I'm excited about this. Okay, so just to get some other general stuff out of the way, avoid con crud. Get vaccinated or boosted if you can. If you can get a flu shot ASAP, go ahead and do that now. Start taking vitamin C or multivitamins now. To be honest, I don't know that even like actually works if you aren't taking them constantly, but hey, whatever, do your thing. Bring antibacterial liquid hand soap for your room. And I say this every fucking year. I bring bottles of antibacterial liquid hand soap for my rooms because those little nasty ass hotel bar soaps do nothing. They do nothing. Just FYI. So if you're staying at a hotel downtown, like that you're going to be in often, bring that shit for your room. Hand sanitizer, maybe antibacterial hand wipes, like Lysol hand wipes, whatever. Little alcohol wipes. I love the tiny little alcohol wipes to clean your phone. I usually use those at least once a day at Dragon Con. I'm also I'm a little bit. I cannot stand my hands feeling dirty, and I cannot stand the idea of my phone being dirty. So this is me. But I also suggest a small bottle of dish soap if you plan on using the same drinking containers throughout the weekend. So like if you're bringing reusable water bottles, you want to wash them out at least every 48 hours, guys. Come on. Utilize, I guess if you're, I don't know, this is kind of like a holdover from like the what days, but like utilize disposable face masks, or if you're like using cloth ones, make sure to bring detergent sheets or something similar to wash them throughout the weekend. I don't think anybody really wears them anymore. They're certainly not required, but some people still do. Food/snacks. While many restaurants are still open, crowds are way back. Like they're not back to that 2018, 2019 level, thank God. But we can't stress enough that you should make sure that you have, at the very least, some decent hearty snacks in your room, just in case. Like protein bars. Daniel mentioned meat sticks earlier. Yeah. Manny's shaking his head. Daniel mentioned meat sticks earlier. Well, and Ashley, Ashley's actually cooked like ramen in the room, haven't you, before? Ramen noodles?
What else is the coffee maker for if not ramen at 2 a.m.?
No, if there was any time you wanted to look for me at breakfast, lunch, and dinner, I was at the Cuban restaurant.
Cuban restaurant is really
Yeah.
good.
Yeah,
It really
it's really good.
is.
Yeah, I went there twice last year, and
I think I
I
went
always
there
try
like
to
3
hit
or
it
4
once.
times.
Yeah,
I will say this as a Cuban, it's slightly off, but it is actually a very close facsimile to what Cuban food should be.
It's
Like
a
very,
pass.
very
It's
close.
passable, right?
Yeah, it's
as a
absolutely passable.
gringo, it has flavor, and so I'm excited.
Yeah.
Okay, and it does, and it absolutely does, and I'm glad you enjoyed it because it
Yeah.
was good, and the prices were pretty reasonable for what it was. So that was the only place I ate last year. Actually, I didn't eat anything else. I was there for 3 days last year, I think 3 or 4 days,
So yeah.
and that was the only thing I ate. I would go in there and I would get it for lunch, and then I would get it for dinner. Like that was it, and I ate
Well, and
twice a day, and I ate that.
just to be clear, the Cuban restaurant is in the Peachtree Food
Yeah.
Court.
Yeah.
But also, like, should we even be telling people about this? Because like it never had a line before. Like that.
Oh, I
went
know.
to
You
the Cuban
know what?
restaurant because Aviva had such a long line. Like I love
There was
Aviva.
never a line in this place. Yeah, never a line.
So, like, I refuse to say the name of the place that me and my friends go to for our Thursday night dinner. Like, it's a popular place; people know what it is, but I just refuse to say it because we can still call a month before and get a table for the 11 of us. And I'm just afraid that there'll be one year where it's going to be like, oh, you have too many people.
Yeah.
And I'm going to be like, hey, we've been there for 12 years in a row. But also, like, one thing, like, my wife has celiac. So one of our go-to spots was Willie's. Apparently, Willie's is closed, which bums me out because if I didn't go to Benny's Cuban restaurant, Willie's was the spot that we would go to because it's something that my wife could eat. And so...
Well, Aviva is also, they have several gluten-free things,
Yeah.
and they also they're also very vegan friendly, or definitely vegetarian friendly, but I think vegan friendly as well.
Aviva and Cafe Momo are both, I think, pretty good for vegetarian and vegan stuff. But yeah, and there's like the cult of 100 Kamals. That's one of my like. I'm not a big
drink. we're mentioning a cult again.
Yeah, I'm not personally a big Aviva guy, but I love that the community loves Kamal so much that they cosplay as Kamal, and that he loves us so much that he is all about people cosplaying as him. It's just one of the wonderful things about Dragon Con that you just don't get at other things.
He loved Dragon Con attendees so freaking much. Like they've already posted things on their Facebook page and stuff and their Instagram. There's like, we're ready for Dragon Con. Like they're always so excited for it. And like if you go there early, like if you go there like Tuesday maybe, or like I've been there like for lunch on Wednesday, and he was like, oh, try this. I'm doing this new thing this weekend. Here, try this. Here's a free sample of like my soup or whatever. And it's like, he's so lovely and he's so amazing. And also like kind of very like well-priced food for what you're getting too. Like if you like that sort of food, like I get that not everybody likes like the Mediterranean sort of food, but like I will never ever say a bad fucking thing about Aviva because I have never had a bad meal there. And Kamal is just, he's a magical person. Honestly, he's a magical fucking person. He's a treasure.
Yeah, he's a treasure to the city. Like they actually opened a second location, I think in like Buckhead, earlier this year. And like I said, it's not my favorite spot, but I love it for him because he's such a good guy. Like couldn't be a nicer person.
I feel like I have to mention, if you're going to CVS, go there as soon as you get to Dragon Con. It is going to be empty by Friday night.
Yep.
Yeah. Yep.
If you need stuff, make sure that, get into your room, unpacked, see if you forgot something. And if you did, get your ass down to CVS because if you wait, it's gone.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, the other options are like, if you can afford it, get groceries delivered because they will, like Instacart and stuff will do that. Maybe not Saturday and probably not alcohol. I don't know what Atlanta's rules on that are, but
so DoorDash will bring you alcohol because whenever I order food from any just podunk place here in the suburbs, I get the option of wanting to add like a bottle of wine. And
Also, if you go to the liquor store, you will notice their prices have suddenly upped. With
Yeah.
their little sticker label. It's just like, oh,
Wow.
how I wonder.
That's interesting.
Like, yeah.
Yeah, I wonder why that happens.
Bring your alcohol ahead of time because they know.
Well, but a
They
lot of
know.
people can't because they fly in, and that's like,
yeah,
God, it's
yeah.
gotta suck
Get
to,
out
like,
the airport. They can't do that shit there.
And speaking of alcohol, if you are Atlanta local or you're coming, the DragonCon vodka is, as of last weekend, was still pretty readily available at all of your like moderate and up liquor stores. If you want the DragonCon bourbon, I only seen people picking that up at Greens and maybe Tower. I haven't seen that out in the wild in like a month and a half. So
I saw that they were selling that, and I was like, I'm not spending that much for a bottle of vodka just because like I want to, but I'm not spending that much for a bottle of vodka just because it has a dragon. Like, I love the idea, and no judgment on anybody who does it, because I would do it if I personally wasn't a cheapskate in terms of liquor. Like, I'm a cheapskate. Like, I am drinking a like $8 bottle of like giant bottle of wine right now. Okay. Like, this is the thing that I've been working on. this nonsense. Liberty Creek. Like,
and I'm at the opposite.
I will, like, if I'm on vacation, sure. Yeah, like real vacation, not DragonCon vacation. That doesn't count. If I'm on real vacation, I will spend money on like the fancy drink with the top shelf liquor or like the fancy wine or whatever. Like at DragonCon, no.
So like I'm at the opposite end of the spectrum. Like I am a bougie cocktail drinker, which is why I don't like vodka, because it brings nothing to the party. But I'm not here to yuck other people's yums. I got a bottle to give to my friend who brings a giant satchel full of vodka. Like, this is his blowout weekend. And so I asked if he was going to get a bottle. I knew he was going to say no, because he only gets like plastic bottle vodka for his weekend because he's not about spending more than he has to. So, but to be fair, I don't think this is like, I think it was like $30 for the bottle. So not crazy. The bourbon is actually pretty reasonable. It's $40. There is a bit of a DragonCon tax on it from what I can tell, but it's still a reasonable thing. But yeah, I'm right there with you, Tara. Like vodka, like anything that uses vodka, just put gin in it and enjoy some flavor.
Do we know if that one place that had set up a tent inside the Pulse Bar is going to be back this year?
Are you talking about Viking Alchemist Eatery?
Yes, that was a little controversial last year.
So, you're talking about the really fancy tent with like the giant like animatronic dragon?
Yeah,
that was blocking
traffic. Yeah, so I don't know about that because like a lot of those were hotel specific things. Okay. So I know like the Viking Alchemist Meadery, who was under the Pulse Bar, like on the lobby level, they will be back from what I understand. The things around the lobby atrium, the balcony, those were all Marriott hotel specific things. I'm hoping they won't be back. They impede traffic so much, but I think so many people gave them so much money. Yeah, they're going to be back.
Capitalism.
Yeah. Well, so just to close out like our snack stuff, at least, Con Suite is on the second floor of the Hyatt.
It doesn't exist.
Like, honestly, often they only have peanut butter and jelly sandwiches.
I was going to DragonCon for like 6 years before I knew about this shit.
I think I was going for like 7 years.
I only found it after going to your room party last year because you told me it was on the same floor as the Con Suite. I'm like, this is bullshit. And so when I was leaving to go into the Doctor Who ball, which I guess is the first time you mentioned the party. So
there it is, actually. Dang.
I'm like, well, I'm going to see if the Con Suite's actually there. And by God, there was a Con Suite there serving things, including clearly Canadian water.
Yep.
I hope they have a sponsor again. I mean, that was amazing.
I hope they do too because we need. Did you ever find that hat that I got you? Actually,
The what?
I got you a clearly Canadian hat, or I gave it to you and Keith.
It
Yes,
might be in the
last year.
closet. Actually, if I had completely blocked that from my memory, but now that you've
You need
mentioned
to
it,
find that.
I
You
need to find that.
So yeah, like sometimes you'll find other options like donuts in the morning or like small sections of deli sandwiches around lunchtime or Spaccos, like spam tacos, very, very late at night, very early in the morning. But you know, like just
Dude,
saying
3
the
a.m.
conceit
street
does
meat
exist.
is amazing. I mean, like you don't care
That
at that
too.
point. You
Are
just
the
go
tacos on
outside the
corn?
Marriott, you're gonna find street meat.
Okay, let's move on to what to bring for your room. And this is just kind of a general, if anybody has any input other than what I'm going to say, I'm just going to kind of list these things off real quick. Solo. Yes, I know. Dude, I forgot trash bags the past 2 years. Guess what I already did? Put a box of trash bags in my trunk. Because this year I'm driving my own car because like I borrowed a car from my family the past few
Why
years.
I'm so proud about the trash bags is like because I filled that gap.
I flew in from California, but now I had to move across country from California. Sorry, drink. So now I'm back and I have my own car and I have a fucking box of trash bags in the trunk of my car for DragonCon and also a roll of paper towels. But yeah, solo or other disposable cups, trash bags, silverware, and by that I mean like plasticware, I guess, bowls, extra face towels. If you do like FX makeup, like do not use the hotel like white like things.
Yeah,
Also, don't do that to your roommates.
Bring makeup wipes.
Exactly.
Don't be that guy.
Also, just in general, like I use a makeup wipe on my face every morning, and then I put like a serum on after that. Like we're getting old now. Like we can't just like wake up in the morning with a full face of makeup and be like, yeah, I'm doing my shit now. I mean, I guess you can, but I ain't gonna do that.
I don't wear makeup because I don't go to work.
Oh well, I don't either. But no, I still wake, even though I don't wear. And also, I always wash my face at night. But like, even though I don't wear makeup, probably 9 days out of 10, if not more than that, or less than that, like I will always, every single morning, I wipe my face with a makeup wipe and then like put some serum on because getting old, babe. Yeah. Again, liquid antibacterial hand soap. I already mentioned that, but definitely bring this, please, if you are staying in a hotel downtown or literally any hotel ever. If you're in the Hyatt, my God,
that towel. You need a towel for your sink.
Or what is it? What is that thing? The toddler thing that you can clip onto the sink? That there's a thing, look it up on Amazon. There's a thing you can clip onto the sink that extends how far the water goes out. It's for children, but I don't know what it's called, but absolutely, like if you're staying at the Hyatt, particularly if you are part of the Hyatt Homeowners Association, drink. If you are part of the legacy hotel situation at the Hyatt and you're part of the Hyatt Homeowners situation, you should just own one of those little quippy things that are for like to extend the water for toddlers, because that's what you need for those fucking sinks.
Yeah, they built those wrong.
They're so bad. They're so fucking bad. It's like the one major thing I hate about the Hyatt.
How do you get a faucet wrong?
And the thing is, like, it doesn't matter for like, it's not because of DragonCon people. It's like,
no,
they
just build them wrong.
They're terrible. They're fucking terrible.
And this was like a redesign after John Portman. So like, don't blame our Holy Father. This was other people fucking up the design.
Also, I'm not sure if you heard that thunder, but like it's back again, the storm.
So liquid IV is one thing that one of our viewers is suggesting. I agree with that.
The Med Spa is back. It's a different brand, but they've been vouched for.
by the
I mean,
people who
I am
people who
not
have
letting
used it
anybody.
say that
I
it's
am,
great. So
yeah, I
mean,
am
if
not
you
letting
need it-
anybody near my veins at Drinkin Con. That
so
is
like
not.
I don't like needles.
No,
So
same.
like no. And I'm panel promiscuous. So like I can't spend like time getting stuff shot into me. Like there's a panel going on, I have to be there.
I
I
had
can say
surgery.
this.
Oh, go ahead, Manny. Sorry.
I can say this, like liquid IV is not like an actual IV.
Oh,
that
yeah,
goes
yeah,
into
yeah.
you.
No,
It's
no, no.
just a
Yeah, yeah,
powder.
yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
just
but it's like
electrolyte.
I honestly feel like it does the same exact thing. It's just less like invasive. They don't have to stick a fucking needle in you to like get it done. And Jen is the one who actually introduced me into that, and I swear to God, I live by it now. Like I'm just like, dude, even when I'm not dehydrated, I be drinking that shit all the time.
where can you find it? Because if you're vouching for it, then maybe I need to. Because like
Amazon.
maybe I should bring
Yeah,
it.
they have it,
Like
I think, just
Gatorade?
about everywhere. Like I know they have it at Kroger. I think they have it at Walmart too and stuff,
Okay.
you know?
Yeah.
And it's not like, and I'm telling you, like it seems silly because people are just like, oh, it's just like a Gatorade. But I'm like, nah, it really isn't, man. I drink a lot of Gatorade in my life, but now in the mornings, that's become like part of my routine. Like back in the day, I used to have like green tea. Now it's like, dude, liquid IV, man, like hands down, you know?
And
like,
people can poo-poo Gatorade, but Gatorade actually works. As somebody who like was
it does, yeah, absolutely. But liquid IV to me
yeah.
is like Gatorade on steroids.
Steroids, okay,
Is what it is.
because like I like to tie one on in the evening at Dragon Con. I try to stay hydrated during the day, but anything I can use to like give me a boost out of the gate,
Well,
I'm
just let
more
me
than
know,
happy to
like,
try.
yeah, because if I'm there, I'm bringing a bunch with me. So if you
Okay.
want to hit up and have some liquid IV drink, we can have a liquid IV drink in the morning and start the day, you know? So
Yeah, I'm not letting anybody fucking put needles in my skin.
Oh no, I'm not
No.
doing needles. No.
I had
No,
I had
no, no, no.
surgery like earlier this year, and it took them an hour to get the IV in me. Like they were like, where do we put it? Where do we put it? Where do we put it? And I was like, that hurts, that hurts, that hurts, that hurts. Can you please just fucking stop like
No.
shoving giant needles in my veins? Like stop.
I want a
It-
bunch
My
of medical
veins are
students trying to prick me, you know?
Like, my
don't-
veins are also very prominent, so it's not like they can't see them, but it fucking hurts. I don't know why. It always has. Anyway, so also cash tipped. Cash, bring cash to tip your fucking housekeepers. Don't be assholes. Like, even if you don't allow them in the room all weekend, absolute minimum is $10 per person. $20 per person should be like the I'm sorry, but like $20 per person in the rooms should be the men like just tip your fucking housekeepers, because like even if you don't allow them in the room all weekend, and even if you try to clean it up at the end of the weekend, they still have to fucking deal with it at the end of the day, and they don't get paid enough, especially in the South. Bring fucking cash to tip your housekeepers.
And also your tip over, because there will be a lot of people that are just going to under tip. Like I got my Drunken Dragon Hotel order today, and Sven always sends out like a swag bag with everything. And in the swag bag, he included a little envelope to specifically put your tip for your hotel people. He's like, hey, in his little like hotel check-in thing, one of the things is like, I gave you an envelope to tip the wait or tip the hotel staff at your hotel, because they do a lot of work and we should thank them. And this goes into my cocktail group. We do a meetup on Thursday. We do a lobby crawl. And I always tell people, if you're going to more than one of the hotel stops with us, try to go to one of the hotel bars and tip them well, because they're dealing with a lot of crap this weekend. And
Dude, the bartenders are dealing with so much.
And go there, support them, and then try to just get like one drink there through like every night. Like even if we're bringing our own stuff, just go and support the people, because a lot of people are not going to take care of them. And if we're supposed to be cocktail people, then we have to support the people who make our cocktails.
Yep.
Then I'll get off my soapbox now. But yeah, like tip
Agree.
tip the people that take care of us, because like you said, they're not making nearly enough. And this is a fun week for us. This is their livelihood, and we need to make sure that they're taken care of too.
Yeah. I feel like the last like several years I've left something like $150 in tips for them every year for 2 rooms. Like, and even that doesn't sometimes feel like enough. But I don't know who added this. We're bringing our own cart this year to get things to and from our room. I've had a cart for years. Like,
I just bought a cart. This will be our first cart year.
Yes, carts.
It makes sense. Obviously we're still going to have a bellboy cart situation going on, but also we bring a lot of alcohol.
Yeah, cult of the carts over here. Honestly, I'm joking. I'm not trying to make a cult of the carts. I'm just saying, like, having a cart to bring your shit to your room. Oh my god,
they're amazing. They fold up into these little like tiny little bricks.
It's like this wide and like that tall, and then you put everything in it. Mine is insanely long. Mine is like longer than I can actually stretch my arms, and it usually will take me 2 trips to get stuff to the room just because I have that cart.
Yeah, you want ice? You got a cart for ice?
Yep.
So one of my tips for making cocktails at DragonCon. So if you don't want to bring, like the first year that I really did up a lot of drinks at DragonCon, I brought like 12 bottles to my hotel room and was making drinks on site. Then I learned, no, like pre-batch your cocktails at the house. Just bring a few big bottles full of your drinks, and it will save you so much room. If you're doing anything that has citrus juice, leave it out, make it as is, and then just bring the fresh citrus and juice it on site, because that will oxidize. But all your spirits and stuff will be fine in a big bottle for the duration of the con. And it's a lot easier to bring 4 bottles down than 12. And then, like, I bring really good metal bottles to keep it cool and stuff. But if you just want to bring in plastic bottles and recycle them at the end and not worry about taking them home, that's one of my big tips for people who like to imbibe and save a little bit of space, because I wish I could be the dude that has like the bellhop cart full of a liquor store, but my wallet can't afford that. And I'm just too old to do that. Like,
I'm like taking notes. I kind of got into drink making this past year, so I'm just like, oh, maybe I'll go to that meeting.
I know. Last year, you and Keith were like, real, you know.
Like I had a tiki party, so I bought a Smuggler's Cove book.
Oh, that's a good one. Yeah. No, come out on a Wednesday or Thursday. We're doing our tiki group our cocktail group is doing 2 meetups.
I mean, I don't do anything on Wednesday.
Now he's talking about the cocktail group and showing his ribbon.
Yeah.
That is something I'm just like, oh, maybe I'll do that.
Yeah.
All right. Well, last sort of like tips and tricks of parking. Host hotels are valet only, and prices have fucking skyrocketed the past couple of years.
They have, but I also still do not trust those other parking lots at all, because I've heard so many stories. Even the Hilton, I don't trust.
Like Hyatt is at least $50 per night now. Several nearby parking garages are like somewhat cheaper, like the Sunchest Garage. There's always Spot Hero, but I do not suggest Spot Hero. Sorry, not sorry. Like, people are always suggesting Spot Hero, and I'm like, hey, remember the time like I paid for Spot Hero? And this wasn't even for DragonCon, this was for MomoCon. I paid for Spot Hero, and they put a fucking boot on my car, and it was Memorial Day. So I had to it took me like hours to fucking get that figured out. And in the end, it was like, oh, everything was fine and they shouldn't have done that. But you still had a boot on your car, and it took you like 3 hours to fucking figure it out.
And
Ugh.
Spot Hero will like Airbnb you. I just saw somebody who said that like
exactly.
they
That's what
canceled
happened
their
to me, I think.
spot and moved them like 3 miles away,
Yeah.
which most of the time is not that big of a deal. But during Dragon Con is a humongous deal. Because I also think that like they moved them 3 miles further south. And like I'm not one that does like the horror stories about how bad like Atlanta is and it's like Dodge City or Baghdad, but still like you don't want to walk 3 miles at like 2 a.m. and it's just like no. Like
I had friends who paid for spots in garage parks, and there were still cars in those garage parks that were broken into. So I honestly like I will pay whatever the hotel is telling me
And
to
that's
pay.
the thing that sucks is that they know that. And that's why they keep raising the fucking
sucks.
prices.
Yeah,
And
like-
here we are.
like
Yeah,
I'm a
we're
firm
captive
believer
audience.
in MARTA parking, like
right.
Doraville, Lennox, probably not Lindbergh. Lindbergh's had a lot of break-ins recently, like a lot. It's more than like it's probably not going to happen to you, but that's the most likely one. But yeah,
The
like
problem is
MARTA.
like so many people can't do that because they're bringing so much stuff like cosplay wise and
So
stuff
I know that a lot of people will like they will pull into the park, they will unload, and then one of them will just drive the car back, and while one other or the rest of the group is like handling the stuff. And
I mean that might be nice, but
I can't.
I do my shit on my own every year.
Oh, and I don't like I'm local and like I'm not a cosplayer, so like I can only I speak to my experience.
Right. No, of course.
Yeah, like I don't want to but yeah, like long-term MARTA parking is one of the best options. And because also like hotel valets, I hear stories that they're like filling up Wednesday night, Thursday morning, because like so many people, like there's way more hotel rooms than actual parking spots. And so I've heard horror stories of people thinking that they were going to park at the hotels and the parking lots were full. There was no room at the end.
Thursday, it might be an issue.
It's rough, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
because Wednesday's the new Thursday.
Yep. Tuesday is the new Wednesday.
No.
I can't do Tuesday.
No,
I can't.
I don't want it to be a thing.
We're not putting that into the universe. Wednesday is the new Wednesday.
There you go. Okay. Dragon Con 2025 personal highlights, panels. I feel really bad, or not just panels, photo shoots. But I mean, we talked about photo shoots a little bit earlier. I guess because the app hasn't come out, nobody else probably has panels that they know about. Maybe
not definitely no.
I have a couple because a few tracks have like posted their tentative stuff, but it's very small.
Well, Daniel, go ahead. Tell me what your panel things are.
So I'll just like I mentioned, Wednesday we're doing our cocktail group pre-con meetup at the Hyatt Bar at 7. Thursday we're doing our lobby crawl throughout the 4 main hotels. Sorry, Cortland/Sheraton, you close your bar before we get there, so you're not included. So that's what I'm really looking forward to. And then Friday night at 11:30, the Urban Fantasy track is bringing back their haunted tales and spooky music, or spooky tales and haunted music. I'm dyslexic, and where a panel of 3 to 4 authors will come. They'll read either a short story or excerpt from one of their novels. There will be accompanied live music. It's one of my favorite things. The horror track is doing a folk horror panel that they normally do that I love. I love folk horror. They're doing a memorial to David Lynch, I believe, on Friday at 1 o'clock. They have a tentative schedule on their Facebook page that I'm super into, or that I'm super looking forward to. And then Sunday night, the high fantasy track that I love, Jen does a fantastic job, is doing the Goblin Ball. I probably won't be able to make it because I will be going to your wonderful room party, hopefully. And then I go to the Doctor Who Ball. That is my unofficial end of con. Me and my friends go there. It's our favorite thing. I'm there till 2 a.m. and I'm locking arm in arm with randos as we can kick our way to Don't Look Back in Anger by Oasis at 2 a.m. It's fantastic. So that's sort of the things that I'm looking forward to the most because we don't have the app. Really hoping for problematic ships to be real. Like me and Ashley, we're right there. And no matter what, if it's my way or your way, I'm still going to ride or die with you. And so,
I love it. All right. So Ashley, what about you? What are you interested in doing? Whatever, for sure.
There's a musical theater meetup on Thursday. 5:30. I will be there. It is a meet and greet, kind of just hanging out. They are not an official track panel, but they have been pushing for it and just doing their own thing and getting themselves into other tracks. Like
they're doing something with the Apocalypse Rising track this year.
mm-hmm.
Yeah, they just fit where their musicals kind of fit in, and they just get in on those tracks, and it's props to them. They're trying to get it in there. So if you're into musical theater, they're having their meet up at 5. Oh no, my phone just turned off. 5:30 to 6:30, Marriott 103. So I'm definitely going to show up for that.
Patrick doesn't know what he's talking about.
Okay, I got my cosplay thing on Friday. Friday night, this is where we're all going to drink. The Final Fantasy 14 has its meet and greet thing, and it is a party. It is not a club party, but it is like a big social gathering, and it's been so popular that they actually got their time extended by an hour this year. I love going there. You just kind of meet, hang out. DJ Limit Break is there, and he's also doing the Heroes and Villains Ball, I believe, on Saturday. He does Final Fantasy 14 parties in game. I've gone to clubs in game where he's DJing.
Even I know that name. I'm I know who that is.
Awesome. So it is a great place. I went there for the first time a couple years ago, and I've just been this is the best thing ever because I am super into Final Fantasy 14, and it's just everyone's there. That is my big event for the weekend. I was that was my thing.
All right. Panels.
There's a Hades musical sing along. That one I really want to go to. There's a Has-Been Hotel, Hell of a Boss panel that I really want to go to. I can't recall offhand when they are.
Ashley, was it Hades Town sing along or a different thing?
Yes, that is definitely the sing along this year.
I'll have to tell my wife about that. She likes that.
I think that's on Saturday, mid-afternoon. Again, can't.
I'm surprised there's not a K-pop.
They're probably.
I love the music from that movie.
Late that I'm sure a lot of panels were kind of finalized at the time, but I think there is definitely probably something.
So related. I think on the town hall on Thursday, they had, or maybe it was on one of the Dragon Con Report podcasts, they had the animation track director. And I think they said they were planning a sing-along with K-pop Demon Hunter. I've had a lot to drink tonight, so I could be wrong.
I am sure they're going to try to fit it in somewhere. I mean, it came out so late in this year that they probably weren't expecting to have to be hey, we got to fit this giant... phenomenal cultural experience in somewhere, but we have to do it, and I'm sure it will be.
Yes,
everywhere.
I just saw it.
Convention.
I just saw it for the first time last night. Like I had been wanting to see it, but listen. Sorry, Drink. I've been moving cross country and dealing with shit. So.
Excuses.
We were supposed to
excuses.
drink every time I talked about Demon Hunters, so I mean, we're down a couple shots.
I will say this. I will say this about K-pop Demon Hunter, because I sat down and watched it, and I was like, okay, like the person who made it clearly is really big into K-pop. Like they hit every single trope and every single joke like about K-pop to begin with, that made it like I mean, first off, it actually is really good, whether you're into K-pop or not. But like if you are, they hit every single thing about like what makes K-pop that was just really freaking good.
I think what I loved about it was that it was like, or that it's the main characters, right? The literal K-pop Demon Hunters are female. It's a female band. It's an all-female band, or female band. I don't know. Yeah, all female singers, right? And they get like, challenged and kind of like almost taken down by this all male K-pop thing. And I was like, oh, okay, right? Exactly. Because female K-pop,
because
is
usually
like
it's the male groups that dominate on the charts. And that was actually playing out on the charts where they were Golden and Idol were kind of competing with each other. But Golden came out in front.
So if I'm not into K-pop, but I am into demon hunting, I could still have a fun time.
Yeah.
Oh no, it is such a cute fucking good movie.
And honestly, if you're just like,
it's not a TV, it's not a series. It's
it is a movie.
No, it's just a movie.
An hour and a half.
That makes it even better, because then I don't have to
Dragon Con. Watch it
before Dragon Con, so you'll like know. And yeah, it is good that it's like, oh, it's the females like versus like these like men. But like, let's face it, the guy in the bad guy thing wasn't really a bad guy. He was just like, he just got deceived,
But
and like,
honestly, like
that sounds like a mansplainer, Manny.
Look, I'm just saying, because everyone wants to paint it like this male versus woman. It's like, look, bro, the guy just had something that happened to him. He went down a different path. Okay. Look, he didn't really do anything wrong. I mean, really, he just whatever. But look, like, and I'm not going to say anything because the only K-pop I listen to are female groups. I listen to ITZY and I listen to aespa, and I listen to them religiously. So I'm not saying, you know what I'm saying? It's not like I'm like, oh no, the guys are totally okay and like good,
But I listen to K-pop at the Korean barbecue. That's
K-pop is great.
What I love so much about the show is that like, this is me and my friends hanging out, like them being goofy and stupid and just be like, yeah, let's go. Like that. That is what we do at Dragon Con, getting ready.
Yep.
I love when they
like,
do like the anime
a shot
faces.
for shot scene of us be like, yeah, let's go.
Couch.
Couch.
I'm sorry. We're turning into a K-pop team.
Yeah.
Yes. We gotta stop it. Okay. So Ashley,
I love it.
I know. No, me too. So panels that we know about so far. Friday. So originally I had one at 2:30 p.m. on Friday called Political Intrigue and Genre Media. It looks like it might have changed to 11:30 a.m. Which, my God.
On what day?
On Friday. It's still bad. I don't want it. Like, I'll do it, but I don't want like
I was looking forward to that panel, but like now
11:30 a.m. is the break for me. So like, I don't want it to have changed to that, but like I hope it hasn't, but it is what it is.
I singing in Baldur's Gate both at their photo shoots at 10 a.m. Great.
Although, I mean, I do enjoy like AM Terra panels because
no,
I see her.
I don't.
I know you don't, but as a viewer, I do, and so
because you get to go there and be like, oh, this is hungover Terra. Oops.
Oh yeah, exactly. Like I'm not in front of a group of people having to be coherent. I'm on the back end silently judging.
So it is what it is. If it was moved from 2:30 to 11:30, I won't really actually know 100% for certain until the
Monday.
full official schedule drops, because like my schedule says 2:30. I got another email that says 11:30. It's probably 11:30 and I hate my life for that.
Jen,
But
just
also
ask her.
political. No, it's not. It's American Sci-Fi Fantasy Media. So
Oh.
it's like we're talking about the Hunger Games, The Expanse, like
I thought this was like a Song of Ice and Fire Wheel of Time panel.
No,
Oh.
it is. I'm kind of excited because I haven't worked with American Sci-Fi Fantasy Media Track in a long time. Saturday, my God, 1 p.m. As far as I know, 1 p.m. Night of the Seven Kingdoms. I have no idea why this is a panel again, because we did the same exact panel last year. 7 p.m.
If I was going to sign up for a panel, this was going to be it. But then I was like, but cosplay.
Yeah, I couldn't make it to the panel last year, so I'm happy.
Okay,
maybe I can make it this year.
But like, it's definitely one that if nothing coincides with it, I want to go to, because like that's actually happening. Like they are making it.
Yeah, unlike the ones a winner.
Please come, because last year, like, we had it at 11:30 on Saturday, and the audience was like, I mean, I'm not trying to be rude, but there was no, nobody wanted to like.
Yeah, well, now it was
like,
kind of a rumor back then. Now it's definitely being made.
Well,
so it's like a thing.
It was the panel I wanted to go to at that time slot, but I wanted to see John Cleese at 1. So I skipped that panel to get in line to see John Cleese.
Well, yeah, obviously.
No one can blame you for that.
1 p.m. Night of the Seven Kingdoms on Saturday.
1 isn't even that early.
No, 1 p.m. is fine. 1 p.m. is like a golden hour for me. 7 p.m. Jon Snow, Bastard of Winterfell.
Yeah. F him.
10 p.m. Mental Health in the Cosmere. That's a weird 10 p.m. panel because it's very serious.
How much of the Cosmere have you needed to read, do you think? Because my wife has read a few of the books, but
I would say you absolutely need to have read all of both Mistborn Era 1 and Mistborn Era 2.
Oh, because I've got her
Stormlight.
I've got her reading his one-offs. So I've got her those.
I think you could like, you don't even need the one-offs. I think Mistborn Era 1 and 2 and definitely all of Stormlight, like Wind and Truth that just came out last year.
Yeah, she hasn't read those, and she may read Mistborn. I'll read Stormlight eventually. Those are she doesn't like phone book books, as she calls them.
Sunday, 1 p.m. Silo. I'm excited about Silo because I think that
it's a big genre. Like I'm not into myself, but I've heard a lot of people who are really into Silo.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the books are good, and the show, the second season, the first season was amazing. The second season was like something, like it wasn't bad, but like it was good, but it wasn't amazing. So I'm interested to talk about that. And then 4 p.m. Wind and Truth, which is Stormlight Archive. And then 8:30 p.m. on Sunday night, Genderqueer High Fantasy. I am both nervous and excited about this because apparently I'm a moderator, and
anything that encompasses the entire genre. It's like, well, I have not read the entire genre, so
yeah. I have like 2 recommendations to give for that, so I'm a little bit nervous about it. But thank God I have nothing on Monday. Fuck off. Fuck off,
You're
Monday.
A great moderator, so I have faith.
I have already listen. Where's my book? Hold on, I have it right here. This is oh, it's a Hamilton notebook. This is my panelist notebook that I've already started taking notes in and trying to figure out how the fuck I can moderate some of these panels because
which means you've already put in more work.
It's work. Study
being
when
a
I am a
panelist is
panelist.
work, but being a moderator is extra work.
Yeah, nothing will kill a panel more than a moderator that just shows up thinking that they don't have to do anything.
I have been on a panel where the moderator was just like, so I just let them talk, right? It's like, you have to actually give us the topics, because what am I talking about?
So I can't speak to your side of the table, but I've been in panels where the moderator just shows up and like, hey, I'm just going to introduce these people and let them talk. And at the end of the panel, I'm just like, why did I sit here for an hour? Because nobody talked about it.
I can't do that.
Tara is a fantastic moderator. At least on I've only seen you do stuff on high fantasy, but like all of the panels I've been to, you've been great.
Thank you. Monday, thank God, I have nothing. So
there was a Has Been Hotel versus Hell of a Boss panel that I'm absolutely going to be at. It seems like it's going to be awesome because it's like my first year cosplaying Has Been Hotel was before the show came out, and everyone was all Hell of a Boss. And then the next year at the photo shoot was just like, they took up like every stair in the entire area. I was like, holy shit, this thing just blew up. So I'm going to go to that because I really like that show a lot. And I'm also a musical theater nerd. So when they like cast these people who are like Mimi from Rent, the original, I'm just like, holy shit. And yeah, I'm big into
it. What are we cosplaying this year? Let's start with Manny. Manny, are you cosplaying anything?
I have no idea. I don't know. It's just going to be like, at this point, it's just a roll of the dice. It's like whatever paycheck falls on whatever week that maybe I can make something work like at the last minute. I have plans and I have ideas, right? Like there's been a costume I've been like, obviously it's not going to happen this year, but there's a costume I've been trying to do for the past 3 years. And Ashley's the only person who would know what it is, but it's Estinian, from Final Fantasy 14, right? Like I've been trying to do that one for 3 freaking years. It's never going to happen because I'm just like, dude, it's too much. It's too much to build, but I've been trying to do it.
Clothes now.
Because like the technology is so great now. Because I wanted to have like the Eye of Nidhogg, but like to where it's like LED, so it's like the eye and stuff, So I have all these grand plans for it, and it's the only thing I've been thinking about. But dude, in the end, it's like it's way too much. And I tried to start it like drawing it out and penciling out earlier this year, and now it's just like to the end of the year, and I'm like, I haven't even touched it. Like I don't know what I'm gonna do now, And the other one was gonna be what's this dude? The hello, fellow young targs. Like I was gonna do that one because I thought that would be funny.
Yes,
dude. I feel like it's thinking it's possible, but not a week before con. Like you give me like a year.
A year. You would need a good year for that one,
because that's a lot of armor if you want to do armor Estinian Nidhogg guys.
Yeah, and if you want to do helmet Estinian, like that's even more time. So it's like it's bad. But that has been like a cosplay love that I've wanted to do for the past few years since I finished that expansion pack, because I never got beyond that. But that expansion pack to me was so beautiful.
It's one of the best.
Yeah, that I just kind of stopped after that because I was like, look, this just was so perfect, that I had a hard time going back. But I don't know yet.
I think you could absolutely do hello, fellow targs, like very easily. All you need is like an eye patch, and like what you need is like the similar cosplay to like Steve Buscemi. Like you don't need like
I don't need anything.
Right, you don't need the actual.
The point is to look cheap.
But then, like, who would get the joke though, right? Like, because me and Tara,
literally anybody.
Sacrifice and buyer peeps are down for the crossovers.
Yeah. So if I can pull anything off, it is probably going to be that one, right? Because like I have pretty much what I need for that already. So. And honestly, a funnier cosplay for me this year would probably be better than something more serious, So it's possible. I'll say it's possible.
Do it.
But that would probably be like the only one I think that I would really have in the bag. It's just too late in the year at this point.
Daniel, you're not a cosplayer. I know that, right?
So I'm not a cosplayer, but during the day I'm going to wear my t-shirts from Ian Lino, who is him and his wife Tammy.
I know Ian.
are-
Oh my god, I love Ian and
Yeah.
Tammy. Are you kidding me?
No.
Like they're my besties.
They are amazing. I'm so happy because they have moved on to doing like officially licensed Lord of the Rings stained glass with their
Yep.
Geek Orthodox.
Yep,
So they
yep,
are.
yep, yep.
He's retired the t-shirts, but I have probably 20 of his shirts in my closet. So it's going to be a very weird experience going and not getting a shirt from him, but I'm still going to rock my Ian shirts during the day. And then at night, I'm going to switch over to my Drunken Dragon, Dragon Con themed tiki shirts. And so that's how I cosplay. I want to do like I want to get my my cocktail group to cosplay as cocktail bottles. But I'm still working on that. So maybe next year, to where we're just walking around like casual cosplay, not like because like somebody came to our meetup last year as a bottle of Angostura bitters, which was fantastic. If you see this, please do that again this year and let me know your name. You just came and you took pictures and you left. But I would love to do like casual cosplay, just dressing up with colors that look like the cocktail bottles. So yeah. But no, Ian Lino, shirts during the day, Drunken Dragon, tiki shirts at night. That is how I get down at Dragon Con.
I love Ian and his wife Tammy. Like they have been good
They're the
friends of
sweetest
mine
people.
I think I've been friends with like actually good friends with them. Like I used to visit them in Asheville like a decade now or something. They're amazing. They're amazing. So definitely look for them in the vendor room.
Mhm.
What am I cosplaying? I'm doing some random shit. I have no idea what I'm doing Thursday night yet. So that's fun. Friday, I'm doing a Merlot's waitress, which is basically going to be Sookie because I'm blonde. So, like, even though I'm tall and fat compared to Anna, whatever the fuck her name is, like, I'm going to be doing Merlot's waitress from True Blood. I have a secret costume group on Saturday that I'm very excited about. I'm going to give you guys one hint.
excited.
One hint. Dirt! What are you doing here? If you don't know what I'm talking about, then you aren't going to know what I'm talking about. Sunday, I think I'm doing Tracy Stevens from For All Mankind. She's an astronaut. And then Sunday night, I'm going to be a, off-duty Canadian Mountie.
I love that when you posted that. I laughed out loud.
Because we're doing a Canadian themed party, and sorry, it's members
we gotta
only.
make up for the letter Kenny year we missed because of COVID.
Oh, I'm bringing my letter.
thing.
I'm bringing my letter Kenny shit. But also on top of that, Ashley, remember how I told you I was like, oh, well, I ordered that like banner that's like the oh my god, what's like Banff? It's that like Banff background, right? That giant like
Banff.
7. Yeah. So Banff, is it Banff?
Banff.
Yeah.
Whatever the fuck it is. So I feel really fucking bad because Amazon like sent it to me and I was like, I didn't receive this. Where the fuck is this? Now I have 2 of them because my roommate threw it somewhere that I didn't see. So now we have like but now I have to find someone to fucking hang this shit up. Anyway, whatever. So
you put one in one room, one in the other room, and you have like slightly different themes, and you put the themes on each one.
Oh my god. Okay. So no other cosplay stuff. Parties or late night stuff. Here's the question. Has anybody heard of this? This is an after dark panel this is something somebody posted in the subreddit that I was like, what? I've never heard of this. After Dark panel, but I think it's called Son of Sam. Last year might have been Wife of Son of Sam or something like it. Basically, you watch a mix of classic and contemporary internet videos, and every now and then there's like wacky audience pop quizzes about the video.
So
I feel like
I'm
I've
almost
heard of this on the Dragon Con thingy, but I don't know.
well, I'm almost positive I saw this either on the anime or animation track schedule last year. But it's not like when you hear like the Son of Sam stuff, you're thinking like serial killer. No, it is.
Horror
It's
movie.
more like what you
Okay.
described.
Okay.
So it's real, but it's not nearly as urban legendy as the subreddit wants you to believe.
I mean, because I was like, what the fuck is that? Okay. So Ashley, there's a Final Fantasy meet and greet. Drink.
Yes. On Friday night, there was a meet and greet for Final Fantasy 14. If you go to the Final Fantasy photo shoot, you will notice that the group that takes up the most stage presence might be 14. And maybe they should get their own photo shoot section, but they won't give it to them. But maybe they should, because they are pretty much the entire group. Just saying.
That is absolutely true. Like Final Fantasy 14 is its own Final Fantasy thing, right? Like it
It's
should
World of Warcraft.
never, it should never be blended in with your typical mainline Final Fantasies. They are two different worlds, and Final Fantasy 14, I'm sorry, is way bigger than
big.
Regular. Yeah,
Final
it is
Fantasy
huge.
7, they do take up a good chunk. 14 is just like
14 is huge. It has been going on for years.
So as a non-Final Fantasy person, should I still rate the Final Fantasy photo in the app and be like, hey, we need Final Fantasy 14 to have their own space?
Say that.
Yeah,
be like, hey,
because-
I love Final Fantasy, but all these 14 people were just getting in my way.
Because I'm
Maybe
more
they
than
should
happy.
be like somewhere else.
Yeah, I'm more than happy to rate things for people to get better stuff.
Yeah.
And then I'll just send you information to be like, hey, we need more Song and Fire and Ice and Fire stuff on.
Oh my God! Be careful how you rate shit, because
Yeah.
I've apparently been rated very low.
That's bull crap.
I literally had people. Well, it doesn't matter, but like I've literally had people who were like, "Oh, so why is Tara always on these Song of Ice and Fire panels? Can we get rid of
maybe
Tara?"
she's an expert in that.
Yeah, but like people want to get rid of me.
Oh no. So like one of my favorite things when I started going to the high fantasy track, because I love the Song of Ice and Fire stuff, was like you and Ashley and Patrick. Like that
See?
was like seeing y'all and then watching y'all on Drinkin Con made me feel like, ooh, I need to definitely go to these, because like I sort of know them, because like I have imposter syndrome and I always feel weird going to things and asking questions. But I'm like, oh, I watch them online, so I sort of know them, so I feel confident asking questions. And so, there's a bunch of, I'm not going to say bad moderators. We're all volunteers, but when I see a panel that you're moderating, I know I'm getting a good panel. That's all I'm going to say. Like,
Tara knows how to moderate a panel.
Yeah.
I have been to panels where moderators don't know what the job is, and it is so frustrating as an audience member being like, lead the panel, please. Just
and I have
in any direction, please.
I have so much fucking work to do for like my panels that I'm moderating this year. Like,
and now that could just be a Jen thing, keeping her panel like moderators in line, because like I haven't seen Tara moderate like a panel anywhere else. And
I have. But
oh no, I know you had, but I haven't
Yeah.
seen like, but like I could totally see Jen just like having an iron fist of like, this is what you're going to do because we're doing it right, which is why the high fantasy track is always one of my like two favorite tracks every year.
Okay, so anyway, there used to be let's get back on track. There used to be an official Dragon Con party list that was put out by Dragon Con Media Relations, but what
Way
used to
back
be,
when.
yeah, but what used to be the
Now
media
there's a
relations
Facebook
blog
group.
link is now like yeah, the Dragon Con like media relations link is broken. It's gone. So that said, apparently the Dragon Con DJs are now calling themselves a cult.
Yeah, that started last year.
I mean, that's all right. Whatever you want to go.
So I
Look,
can't.
everything
I,
is
I,
a cult. Like
everything's a
it,
cult
No, everything's not a cult.
until they have
But-
their own badge ribbons.
So they have badge ribbons, but
I'm. This is one of those things where I'm like, I refuse to drink for this because like,
it's
but
no.
like,
So
if you go to Cult of Jesus, Cult
Dragon Con
of
DJ.
no,
Or
it's
is it
not even
DCon?
that. It's Cult of DCDJs.com. That's it. That's where
Nah.
you can find most of the party list.
look, I mean, yeah, no.
I have no
I'm just-
problem
I'm
with the
just-
DJs trying to
Nope.
do a little pub, but it's not a cult. Much
No.
like the cult of Buc-ee's is not a real Dragon Con cult. That's a cult in real life that we need to keep
Away
out of Winterfold. Yeah. Like,
yeah, they're their own thing.
like no. But like if the
As
DJs
someone
want
from the north, it is kind of like a. Oh, this is not.
Buc-ee's
What
is
is
a
this?
fucking experience,
No,
but the people
as-
who own it are also racist and terrible. So
as somebody from the South, Buc-ee's
Yeah.
is just Walmart with gas. Like,
exactly, yes.
and
Oh my god, that is the best fucking description.
Okay,
I've ever
hold on a second. Hold up.
I'm going to refute what you're going to say because I think you know where
That's
you're going.
fine,
Manny.
and I
But-
understand that,
yeah.
Daniel. But me and you, we're going to talk it over a liquid IV when I get to
Yeah.
Dragon Con. Okay. But what I'm going to say now, okay, dude, is there is no way in hell, okay, that Buc-ee's is worse than Walmart. Okay, I am sorry. Yeah, is
Oh.
it a little like?
I didn't say
don't
it was
know.
worse. I just said it was as bad.
it is the people who own Buc-ee's are very
Yeah, they're not good people.
Okay. Look. I'll say this. I'm going to
That's-
say
that's
this real quick because I'm not going to make it too dark. Okay. It is okay, right? Because the people at Buc-ee's are like, okay, their owners support something or whatever the hell. However, Walmart literally, employs child labor to make their shoes and their
Yeah.
shirts, and everyone's okay with that. Okay, like
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
So to be fair,
You're right.
Buc-ee's pays their employees way better
Mhm.
than Walmart, but it's still Walmart with gas. Like I'm not talking about from a.
I feel like this isn't Dragon Con anymore.
No,
Okay.
it's not. It's not.
But okay, I see what
there's a
Daniel's saying
huge
now.
like
Okay, I
Buc-ee's
see what
like
he's saying.
there's a huge
Yeah.
Buc-ee's situation at Dragon Con,
And they wanna
that's
make
They
it
have
like
a
a cult.
mascot. People like to dress up.
yeah.
It happens,
Like they want to make Buc-ee's a Dragon Con cult.
but should not be. Got it.
No, and I'm a
Yep,
huge
exactly.
culter. Like I'm a polytheist at Dragon Con. Like Chad is my number one, but like the app is my number two.
Yeah, if someone was
has to
telling
be
me they were
Dragon
trying to
Con
make
related.
a Walmart cult at Dragon Con, I'd be like, no,
Yeah.
don't
Yeah.
do
Or-
that.
Or an
Yeah,
Atlanta
and-
United
and-
cult.
And like
No.
with all the cults that I've seen kind of happen, they were happened so naturally, right? Like
Yeah.
FedEx John, like how natural that was and how beautiful it was.
Corgi
like
butts.
Corgi butts.
Yeah, even Corgi butts.
Dude,
it was
the
like, wow, that
Dating
was
app
so
is
natural.
going to be a thing.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
think that's going to become a real cult, but I kind of hope it does because I saw the butt blossom in my very beginning. And so
Literally everybody loves a corgi. Everybody loves a but also I feel like Cult of the Clean Butts goes beyond corgis. Like bring your butt wipes, you know? Bring your butt wipes.
bring
That's
Just has
actually
a good
that's actually
name,
a
and a
Dragon
cult,
Con
and a cult
tip.
needs a good name.
Bring your butt wipes. Bring butt wipes.
I mean, if you need them at Dragon Con, bring them to Dragon Con. I
mean,
don't judge.
The
Keep clean.
toilet paper in the hotel rooms is nasty. So bring your
Don't
butt.
flush them
but
because that'll
that's
clog
true
the
at all
toilets.
Right,
No one
yeah,
wants that.
Yeah. All right. Okay. Last but not least, guests, I guess. Guests.
Did we talk about cosplays?
Yeah, we just-
I'm looking through. I'm just like, wait a minute.
No, what are we cosplaying, y'all? No, I think I talked about mine.
Or
and
we
you
talk-
talked about
I did not talk about my cosplays.
Oh, I thought you did.
But I mean, if no one else wants to talk about
no,
cosplay,
talk
okay.
about your cosplays. Talk about your cosplays. I've drank an entire giant bottle of wine. Ashley, talk about your
I put them in the background.
cosplay.
Partially because they're Final Fantasy 14 and also take a drink.
Nice. Take a drink. Yes.
Obviously. Okay. So for the meetup on Friday night, because I can't go to the actual photo shoot because it's too early and there's too many things overlapping. But the meetup is on Friday night, so I will change and do my cosplay there instead. This was a whole thing within my cosplay group because we had to like coordinate and stuff. But I have a group, and we are doing the boss that has killed Statics, that has terrorized the entire past 6 months of Final Fantasy 14. I am doing Sugar Riot and my minions. And my minions will be there in full costume, and we will terrorize everybody. And we will
I love this.
give
I
me
love
Ether Meow and be
Yes.
like, squirrels, they will kill you. And also manta rays and a giant yan that may or may not headbutt you. It will happen. You have been traumatized. We will traumatize you again. And that is our
Yes.
Friday night cosplay group.
I love it.
I want a
love it.
squirrel.
Yes. I've been waiting this entire podcast to
So
say
this is something I was not worried about before, but now I am.
you should be worried. This has traumatized an entire group, like millions of people who are playing Final Fantasy 14. This is what they see when they go to bed at night. Me.
Oh, hell,
All right.
Ashley.
I am also cosplaying Baldur's Gate and Expedition 33.
What are you cosplaying from Baldur's Gate? Is this a PC or is it one of the main characters?
I am doing Mayrina. She is from Act 1, and she has a zombie husband, and my husband will be a zombie.
Oh, that's awesome.
It's
That's
awesome,
so good.
but also people have been like, oh, that's an awesome pregnant cosplay. And I'm just like, I'm not pregnant. I'm just...
No, you never tell a woman she's pregnant. Like, this is just common, like not getting punched in the face 101.
The character in the game is pregnant. I mean, game graphics, she doesn't look pregnant, but people have been like, that's an awesome pregnant cosplay. I'm just like, great, thank you.
No, you never say that. You never say that.
Rude.
I got two
Rude.
Expedition 33 costumes. One is Clea, which if you don't play the game, you won't know who that is. The other one is the Baguette. You will see this all over. I guarantee you it's going to be all over Dragon Con. It's the striped black and white shirt, suspenders, red beret. You are going to see it a lot because it's super easy and it's Expedition 33 is awesome and people are into it.
That could be the real panel from the test stuff because there is a mime baguette panel.
Yeah, I saw that in the
where
app.
you're doing
I was
mime
like, yes.
with a baguette. And I'm just like, I don't like mimes, but I like a baguette. So,
and there will be a lot of people there dressed as mimes with a baguette because it is. That's exactly why that was in the app. It'll be a big thing, I think. That's an easy cosplay for people to do. Anyway, so that was my rant. I decided to do it.
Oh no, I'm sorry. kind of skipped your cosplay. So we've gone through parties. We've gone through guests. Yes.
Also,
Is anybody
House of
excited?
Phantom Morgana. That's the other costume back there. It's a visual novel. Sorry.
No, don't be sorry. Are you kidding me? Your cosplays are going to be amazing, like they are fucking every year.
So there's a couple of guests that I'm excited about. Christopher Lloyd. I'm really, really hoping that like the 12th hour announcement is going to be Michael J. Fox. But even if not, like Christopher Lloyd, I'm super excited about. And then the site cast, like I would love if they announced Dule Hill and Sean Ruddy. Is that the main character's name? I've had a lot of tiki cocktails and I'm into now just straight bourbon. So
that's what Drinkin Con does.
Drinkin
Con
is all about. Yes.
Normally I'm on the other side of the camera, so like I don't have to be judged for being too drunk to remember things.
We're all judging.
I know.
Nobody is judging you. Manny, we're all judging.
I'm just kidding, Daniel.
No, Manny is telling the truth. So yeah, so those are the two that I am the most and finally, like I don't even seen High King Elliot and High King Margot from the Magicians, because the last two times they've been here, they have either had to cancel or their flight got in too late. And so I am so excited to see Hale Appleman, and I'm blanking on Margot's name, but yeah, like, yeah, those are the ones. Like, and hopefully Michael J. Fox gets announced. That's my big like week of con special surprise.
We're gonna manifest it for you, baby. We're gonna manifest it for you. It's gonna happen.
So I am so excited for Simon Pegg. My first year going to Dragon Con, the one thing I wanted to do as a group cosplay was just everyone with blue ink, just bar crawling. And it never happened. And then, kind of died down. I'm just like, oh, that would have been so awesome. And that's still kind of like a thing that I've always wanted to do. It's just the blue ink going bar crawling across Dragon Con.
So first things first, I don't ever remember this, but apparently it's happened before. Either way, this year, for at least some guests, you can pre-purchase autographs and selfies.
Yeah, that happened.
Epic.
Mm-hmm. That was the first time last year.
Okay. I don't know what the pricing difference is outside of like there being a fee of like $4.25 for the ones I've looked at so far. But like, I don't know, if Epic lists it at like $50 plus the fee, maybe it's only $40. Like if you don't prepay, like I've tried asking around, but
so
I don't know.
I did it for Dominic Moynihan last year.
Okay.
And the price.
I guess the price is an issue for me. What I'm questioning is like, do you not have to wait in line?
No, you still have to.
Oh, fuck that shit then. Okay.
So I prepaid for Dominic Moynihan because I'm really bad about having cash on me. And in the Walk of Fame, Wi-Fi service is super effing spotty.
Yeah.
And like I've been in the past where like people, when you're going to pay, if the Wi-Fi is bad, they just sort of push you out of the line and let other people keep coming until the Wi-Fi is good. And so that's what I did because I want him to sign a Scotch canister because I'm a big Lost nerd. But yeah, so I was more than happy to pay the service fee just to know that I was good.
I don't care about the service fee. What I'm wondering is like,
but no, I had to get in line at 10 o'clock on Saturday.
Yeah.
And then wait for them to show up because I was number one in line for Dominic. but Dominic was also the last Hobbit to show up because apparently Dom parties way
Last
hard.
Hobbit to show
Yeah.
up.
Yeah. He apparently
Shocker.
he's Pippin, right? He's not. Billy Boyd is Merry.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Merry and Frodo are much more behaved, and Pippin parties hard in the ATL.
Dude, I will
surprising.
say I met
Not
Loris
surprising.
in the elevator at the Marriott from Game of Thrones. That dude parties.
That is so cool.
Yeah, I think my like biggest thing is like I don't care about paying the fee. That's not the issue. But I don't want to pay the fee if it's not going to actually get me like close.
Yeah, no, I pay the fee, so I just know that I don't have to worry about having to pay inside. You're right. Like if you're wanting to skip the line, then it's definitely not for you. I just do it because, especially by the weekend, I've had so much alcohol. Straight cash homie is not with me anymore. And so.
Yeah, because like the only ones I care about are Deborah Ann Wall, who generally everybody is like, oh, Deborah Ann Wall. She's obviously not True Blood. Daredevil. And I'm like, no, I want her for True Blood.
Oh, so I want her for just D&D because she's an amazing dungeon master. And like, I love Daredevil, but like, I love my D&D nerds, and that Deborah is a proud D&D nerd. That's like, I would get her to like autograph my player's handbook. That's what I would want her to sign.
I know last year I really wanted Baldur's Gate peeps, but like I underestimated their popularity by a lot. They were like sold out and like lineups for hours, and it's like, oh, okay, maybe I should have planned this out more.
Yeah, so I want Deborah. Oh my gosh. I've had too much fucking wine. I want
Deborah Ann Wall.
But you know, it is what it is. I also want to meet Charlene Harris, who wrote the True Blood book.
Mm-hmm.
The books that True Blood is based on. To be honest, the books are not great.
Suki Stackhouse.
Yeah, the Suki Stackhouse novel. They're not great. But I fucking poured through those books. I was like, oh my god, I've one through the next. So yeah. And
they're
she's
good.
coming to they're
good for fun. I mean, that's what they're there for, to bring you joy. They brought you joy.
Exactly.
Oh, Tara, is there a Red Rising panel or anything going on this year? Because my wife has read those based on your recommendations. And so.
No. And I'm very fucking mad about it.
I did not mean to bring a bad.
No. Yeah. I'm annoyed about it because like this is a huge fucking series, but apparently
it's a TV series, so it doesn't matter.
We should celebrate books just as much.
It's part of the sci-fi literature. Oh, are you bringing water? Oh, thank God. Thank you. I love you so much.
The try by hydration.
I was out of water and I texted him and I actually didn't think he would even see it. No, I'm actually kind of mad about it because like we barely got a panel for Red Rising last year and it was at like 1 p.m. on Monday. but it like went really well, right? Like
Mhm.
it was received really well. But this goes back to the whole like God, I have to be really careful with this because of being an attending pro, but this goes back to the whole like people who run these tracks are like obsessed with like a certain
What they
amount of
like.
thing. Yeah, they and they're not gonna give and also like giving a panel to Red Rising last year, and it was like honestly well attended for a fucking 1 p.m. Monday panel. But
No, so I like
I
the
don't know.
sci-fi lit.
I'm mad about it because like I feel like this series is insanely important to like
current times,
yes, exactly. And
because like I like sci-fi lit. I like the sci-fi lit track. I don't go to a lot of stuff, but like I like the things they do, but they don't really support a lot of contemporary,
nope.
because like I love Relevation Space, and like I don't know enough about like overall sci-fi lit to be like, hey, you need to do a Relevation Space stuff, because like a couple of those, like half of the series is like 20 years old. Half of it's within the last 5 years. Um, but no, I think that it's something that I've actually talked with Jen at the High Fantasy track about, because she does a good job of balancing like classics and contemporary.
Agreed.
Because if we don't support, like, I don't want to go to Dragon Con in 30 years and Tolkien and Jordan are still the cornerstones of high fantasy. Like, we need to, if we're going to grow, we have to grow. We have to support current things. And Sanderson gets that, but like, and that's something that Jen is cognizant of. She's like, I want to talk about contemporary authors because we just can't stay buttoned up in the past. And I feel the sci-fi track is a little too and like I said, I really like the sci-fi track. This is not a slight, but because it's hard. Like I would love just to talk about the things that I love. But I also know that we need to talk about new things because we have to keep growing. We have to keep bringing people in. Because I don't like reading old fantasy. Like I like to read contemporary fantasy. I don't like.
I mean,
to
if
read
you
old,
want to read old fantasy, go to the fantasy literature track.
yeah,
Like that's what that's for.
but
mean,
even Seska
I
tries
agree.
to do like contemporary fantasy too. Like she's just not doing old school fantasy stuff. And yeah, like I think we need to bring new authors, new readers in. But I feel like I'm on a soapbox now because I'm on the brown liquor. And
Well, yeah, I have a lot of thoughts about, when I already said them earlier, like the track directors, the Facebook groups, whatever. It is what it is. So let's kind of conclude here. First of all, find me for Drinkin Con badge ribbons. I just ordered a whole new batch of Drinkin Con badge ribbons, but you're only gonna get them if you come to one of my panels, probably, because like I'm not just gonna. Maybe I'll hand them out willy-nilly sometimes, but
if you see me, I need one willy-nilly. Like I'll go to your panel.
well, you're getting a badge ribbon.
Yeah.
all the people here are getting a badge ribbon, obviously. Any other stuff that you guys want to? I do have a closing question that I'm going to ask, but like any other stuff that any other Dragon Con stuff you want to talk about?
No, you guys were talking about guests, and there's only one guest that I'm waiting for that has never shown up and probably never will. So I just don't really care about guest stuff. I just want Keith David to show up. Okay, Keith David is my favorite voice actor of all time, And one of my favorite people, and he's like the only person. He's the one person I've been waiting for since 2012, since I walked in, where I'm like, I just want him to show up. Okay, that's it. And never got it. That was it.
Ashley, what about you?
I-
Any other?
Yes, there is this year. James Charles Miller is going to be performing. He has performed before when I was at DragonCon, but we never got to any of his shows, and it sucks because we're like, holy shit, why did we keep missing these shows? Why didn't we go? He does all of the songs from Final Fantasy 14, so yeah, drink. So definitely gonna show up for those. Yeah, I think that's the only other big thing that I wanted to mention. Oh, Hades Town sing along. I'm gonna go to that because I like Hades Town a lot. I'm gonna sing.
Nice.
So my closing question is, what Dragon Con prep are you guys doing? Minnie, what is your Dragon Con prep? Just great.
Just drinking. That's it. Look, Terry, you know me. People who know me that I just like raw dog things where I'm just like, you know what? I'm not going to plan for it. I'm just going to see what happens. I'm just going to roll the dice. Maybe it'll be good. Maybe it'll be bad, but either way, it'll be a story to tell one way or another. No prep necessary.
Ashley, what about you? What's your Dragon Con
just
prep?
Taking vitamins. I feel like I've been like I hydrate pretty well, like in general. If you don't hydrate well, maybe you should start doing that. And yeah, vitamins, because I don't talk to the public much. So this is going to be an experience on my immune system. Like the past 3 years, every year, even if I got the flu shot and the COVID shot, doesn't matter. I still get sick. So I'm just like, I don't know what else to do but take vitamins.
I feel that. All right, Daniel, what about you? What is your Dragon Con prep story?
So I'm finishing up a book by T. Kingfisher, who is the literary guest of honor. So I'm reading one of her books for the first time. I am going to do my Dragon Con snack food shopping tomorrow. And I will do my liquor run next weekend to make cocktails. And then if you see me, come up and tell me your favorite pain reliever. And you'll get that badge.
Drink.
That feels like shameless self-promotion, but like I want to make us drink. So, but yeah, like that's sort of what I'm doing. And then I'm not looking forward to the app being updated on Monday, because one of my favorite days of the year is Saturday with a big mug of coffee. I sit down and I make my one spreadsheet to rule them all schedule. And if they do it on Monday, then I'm probably just going to work on it throughout the week. And that just feels really, really dirty. But yeah, like just a tip for new people, put everything that you're interested in on your schedule.
Yeah.
I have 8 things at a time, a lot of the time, because you never know. One, I've done a lot of horror track stuff. I don't want to do horror track right now. Or I'm in the Hilton. I don't want to leave the Hilton. Or I want to go somewhere and I can't get in. Put everything you're interested in on your schedule, because you always need backup plans. And yeah. And I got
it. Need backup plans, and then you won't even do those.
Yeah.
And I got to
get a hotel room, be like, well, I don't want to get up. So
Exactly. I don't want to wake up. I don't want to do things.
That's what happens for your 10 o'clock panel. Like, it's like, no, like the 10 o'clock panels sound good in theory. They probably will not sound good in practice.
All right. Well, thanks again for joining us for Drinkin Con version 9.0. We will be back with our post Dragon Con show, Drinkin Con The Hangover, probably the weekend of like September 12th or 13th, depending on how we're all feeling post-con. So make sure to follow at A Geek Saga on Blue Sky, Facebook, Instagram, Threads, or YouTube so you don't miss out on the announcement. Last but not least, please consider supporting us on Patreon at patreon.com/geeksaga_entertainment. Bye.